This is my. This is my.
Oh, it's a Shrek glass.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is
all right.
This is how you drink natty ice. This is how you drink.
Oh
natty
God,
ice.
what are you going to a softball game? You're drinking natty ice? Jesus.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it in the crib. Keeping it.
I'm going full on Bob Wickman with the Miller Lite.
You know my initials are WTP, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's White Trash Party, baby.
Nice. Look at you go. Right on.
Cheers.
I got my 2018 World Series cup. The only World Series I ever went to. I went to Game 4, Red Sox Dodgers. It was the game after the 18-inning game, Game 3, 2018.
Oh, geez.
And talking to the ushers, I mean, they stopped beer in the 9th inning. So, I mean,
wow.
It was, that Game 3 was mayhem. And then,
here we go.
What are we looking at? I'm looking at the home plate umpire right now, and Simeon's walking to the dish.
He's already in the
strike
dish.
Ball one. All right, that's what I got.
All right, so I'm a 10-second behind probably.
He is releasing now.
Oh, really?
Bruce Bochy's face.
Do I need to pause for like 5 seconds?
I'm on direct TV.
You might be on the in-house feed.
All right, I got a 2-0 count already here.
Vitaly's up in the video room, for shit's sake.
Yeah, right. We came out here where the cable box is.
The Jordans on.
Damn right, baby.
He's got the Jordans with the baby blue.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Let me know when he fouls it off.
I just seen cut fastball out, ball one outside.
Did he foul it off yet? Did he foul off?
Right there, yeah.
Pitch.
All right.
2-0, ball low.
All right, we're close.
5 seconds ahead, dude.
Chris's
I paused it. No. I paused it. We should be close.
There's already somebody up in the pen on Chris's feed.
7-0 Texas. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Oh, that's pop up.
Oh, pop up. Okay.
Oh, that's good timing.
Oh, Bill's a pitch behind.
Yeah, I'm a pitch behind. I'm a 2-1 count right now.
Short guys should not wear high tops. No, just no.
Which guys?
Short guys. Gallon. Look at that.
Not a look, right?
Makes him look smaller.
Yeah.
Fly ball to center field.
Bad look.
Wayne, I can't say what I would like to say to you about not wearing high tops for a short guy because of our Tourette's timer.
Time limit.
Yeah, we got our 3 minutes before I can tell you how I feel about that.
Right.
Yeah, shot clock's still on.
Those are actually kind of weird looking shoes.
Those are Jordans.
It's way too colorful for a pitcher.
Speaking of shot clock, rest in peace, Bobby Knight. Huh?
Yes. Rest in peace, Coach Knight.
Yeah, it's if we have to throw a chair in his honor tonight, let's do that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, somebody please hack just right through the window. Please.
Is there a good documentary on him that's out? Or have
There's gotta be. There's
Yeah.
gotta be.
The 30 for 30, man. That was pretty damaging.
That's right.
I'll have to see that. I'll have to watch that again.
That thing was rough.
Oh.
I got a 1-1 count to Seager.
I got 1 and 2.
1 and 2 with a foul ball.
Yeah, we're right on. So, Bill, you're a couple seconds behind.
A little bit longer.
The human replay.
Will looks a little bit like a frozen Matt Damon tonight.
Yeah, he didn't move. What's going on here?
Good call.
Matt Damon.
That's kind of a backhanded compliment. I don't know.
Yeah. Good looking dude, right?
Wait, he turned. You got his attention with that one.
He's doing stop motion photography.
We're 4 outs away from, 4 outs away from $4.72.
I was going to ask.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to.
Birding interest here.
Get in there.
Oh, there it is. Look. Okay, we are on the Twitter thing with exactly 0 viewers. Awesome.
The Dominator.
Oh, is that me?
Hey, welcome.
That's what I named my fastball when it dropped below 90 miles an hour.
Uh-oh. We've lost Ombudsman.
Already?
Piper down.
That's normal for him.
We have a Piper down. I repeat, a Piper
I love that
down.
movie. That movie's so funny.
Come, Nadia, let us dance like children of the night.
His dad, man.
All right.
I'm here.
Well,
I got all the So I Married an Axe Murderer references.
What does it say? The Dominator. Yeah.
The one Diamondbacks fan I know to tune in.
Hard to see on this 4S. The lettering is so small.
That 4S, man. Will, don't start thumbs upping anything, or else you're gonna knock Bill out of here.
That's true. That's true. No, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to like
Oh,
all.
that was. You know, when the can doesn't make you nauseous, it's actually kind of neat. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the quick movement when they throw it on you is a little jarring.
yeah, I mean, like
when you're not expecting it. Here's the cam, and then
Hey,
just all of a sudden you're dry heaving.
What is that thing on Gallen's glove? Is that the Rawlings logo in Braille?
I just saw that. What is that?
Braille.
Is that? Oh, it's his pitch com. That's his pitch com.
Rawlings in Braille, right?
Yeah. Is that so Angel Hernandez can
That's
read it?
weird. I don't think I've.
That's the first generation Apple TV remote.
Yeah, there you go. You know
And
what?
just as you say that, here comes an Apple TV commercial.
There you go. Bang.
Well done. You should have bet on that.
Kurt Russell sighting.
good first inning for
It's
Gallen.
like 74 or something.
Yeah, that was a smooth inning.
Good
Did I
first
just
inning.
see
You guys got to be.
Carl?
You guys
Did I
have
see-
to be like 35 seconds ahead of me. I just saw
That
the third
far?
out.
I just
Oh,
went to commercial.
I paused to try and. All right, hold on. We can sync it up.
I'm gonna
We can
pause.
sync
I'm
it
gonna
up.
pause. I'm gonna
Well,
pause.
it's gonna
Yeah, I'm
be-
gonna
it's gonna
pause
be
too. Hold
big-
on.
it's gonna be
That's it.
big
Listen.
homer, and everybody's
Wayne.
gonna cheer, and
Yeah.
then I'll be late.
All right, everybody who's ahead. I think what we do is as soon as it cuts back to the game, pause, and then when you guys let us know when it gets back to the game. How about that?
I
Or
think that's a
Will,
great
because
idea.
Will's
Will seems like he's the furthest behind.
yeah, which is odd because the game is like 10 minutes from him.
I swear, I
that-
thought that the other
that's
night
fine.
too when we were watching. I'm like, how in the hell is he getting a later feed than us?
I'm still paused.
No,
on
it's
the-
been every time.
Oh no, don't
It's
pause
been
yet,
every
Wayne. Just wait till you get back to the game. Go
We're just
live.
in the
and then-
future.
yeah. It's kind of odd that the guy who's in Arizona has the most delay.
Yeah, thank you.
So easy, big on a laser hen.
I got an old lady crossing the street.
Me too.
All right.
No, it's not an
Oh.
old lady.
Oh, it's the
Progressive.
weirdo from Progressive.
Well, it is a
Even
lady.
better.
Yeah.
I got the
I can
ooh
give
la
you-
la.
I
Oh,
can-
all right. Our Tourette's timer has expired, so feel free to say whatever the hell you want.
Fuck shit. Cock son of a bitch.
Fuck shit. Dog breath.
That's Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Tourette's chef.
I thought that was Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Deuce, yeah. Deuce was
Oh yeah.
steak.
Ball hair.
Amy,
All right, I'm
Poehler,
pausing.
that was-
Okay, I see Miles. I see our boy Miles Finch.
Okay.
So pause. Will, let me know when you get to Miles Finch.
I got free tacos right
We're,
now.
we're to free tacos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Free.
Holy shit.
All right, I got
Way
Miles.
behind. All right, you got Miles.
No. Good team.
Boom. All right, we're close enough.
Yeah.
And since I haven't said it yet, welcome to Southpaw 6.5. The gang goes live. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, but it's we're testing the waters a little bit here. But okay, we got Nate Evaldi coming up. What do we get out of Nate, guys? What do you see? What do you hope? What do you got? I know Glendon. Let's start with you. You want nothing, right?
Well, if he goes off of past performances and closeout games, it's going to be a rough one for the D-backs.
But you win $4.72 if he goes scoreless, right?
Yeah, I like
Oh, is
that.
that a ball?
I like a scoreless first.
All right, that's what we're going with. What do you guys think, Billy? What do you got?
Looking for a bounce back outing. Obviously, he's had a tremendous offseason up till his last outing. Kind of struggled a little bit, so I'm hoping he doesn't come out there overthrowing. I think he did a little bit in his first outing in the World Series and settles in a little bit, and looking for a quality outing.
I can dig it. How about you guys? Oh, Wade's saying, Wait, are you ahead of us?
It's 3-0.
Oh, yeah, no. It's definitely 3-0.
Yeah, that cutter, he tried to jerk at a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he's missing.
I'm saying that this is the storyline of the game for the Diamondbacks. If Carroll goes, they go, because he has been swinging through a lot of pitches.
Oh yeah,
the last few games, he has not been as contact oriented as normal.
Yeah.
And if he keeps reaching base and plays table setter, I think that they have a good chance to win this one and be the answer.
He's running already.
Look for hit and run.
I mean, you have to send him here, right? You have to send him.
Yeah, I'm looking for hit and run early.
There he goes. Yeah, I mean, perfect. Look at that.
There he goes. Like I said.
Yeah, you had to send him.
That's their game. Do it early.
He's an angry elf. It's an interesting hair and facial hair choice that Corbin Carroll made too.
This is what they did to Philly in that game 7, right? They just went after it right away.
Yeah, that's their game. That's how they got here in the first place, is doing that. I mean, you have to use speed.
You can't walk people. You definitely can't walk guys, man. Especially when a guy hitting like this.
Especially somebody, Miles Finch, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, not him.
You got to go the old Greg Maddox.
You got Marte trying to drop one down.
That's beautiful. But you got to go the Greg Maddox route. You got to get an out right here. Don't worry about anything else.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and beg the question, though. If you get to the World Series, how are you not starting Zach Gallen in Game 4?
There was a
on
lot,
3 days.
There was a lot of talk about that.
I don't know how that bullpen game did not work out. I mean, the good thing about this bullpen game was I was able to take a nap for an hour and really not miss a hell of a lot.
That's good baseball. Look at that. That's good baseball right there.
Yeah, there you go. Productive out.
Yeah. They win ball games.
Unfortunately, Lowe is still wearing the 2-in-1s and the high tops with the mid chins.
Oh my!
Who's that?
Lowe is first.
Lowe's uniform selection is 1992 uni.
And they're tight.
If he farts, you can see it.
Yeah, it's like you said, that dude is making wine in those pants. He's crushing grapes.
Good God. Smuggling grapes.
Yeah, man.
You got to put him on the
infield in the first.
The 92 Fleer card.
He's got the mustache too. He looks like the 92 Fleer card.
Yeah.
Remember OPG cards? Anybody remember those? OPG?
Yeah. Weren't they the Canadian version of Leaf or something like that?
Canadian version of Tops, I think.
Tops, was it? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think that's the only French I was exposed to as a kid.
OPG.
Yeah, that's right. They had the stats. The stats were in French, right? On the
Right.
Yeah.
That's really good memory right there.
I remember getting a couple of those. Oh, nice.
Man, that has been the story, too, for the D-backs. They have stranded a small village at third base with weak ground outs when the infield is in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you need the
infield in, right to the third baseman. Look at that. Oh, shortstop.
You do need the launch angle swing in that situation right there.
Wow.
That's where you want the launch angle
Yeah,
swing.
you want one in the air. You want to,
That's a rookie mistake right there. That's a rookie mistake hitting. He's been doing such a great job going the other way the whole series, and then he couldn't be patient right there.
I mean, yeah, he went after it. I didn't actually notice what pitch he threw. What are the odds it was a sweeper?
It was a
slider.
Was it a sweeper?
Slider for sure.
Brought to you by Swiffer. The Swiffer Sweeper.
Here's a guy you got beat upstairs with a fastball. Walker's not catching up to those high fastballs right now.
Here's another guy who needs to get going for them to have success.
Got away with that pitch.
Oh, this guy? Yeah, I mean, hitting 211 is not going to cut it.
Very small sample size.
Man, I like the sound of the ball when he hits it.
Was it you, Wayne? He does hit the shit out of the ball when he makes contact. Yeah.
Yes, he does. There it is. That's the pitch right there. That was
throw it
fire.
again.
Tough to catch.
Yes, sir. Go up and in this time.
That was nasty. Would you go higher here? I would just keep going
Inside
up.
and in. Kind of tie him up a little bit.
He went same exact spot.
Just the
little more metal.
indiscriminate throwing the ball up, out over the plate. Like if that gets on the inner half of the plate, it's a swing and miss. But
Yeah.
out up over the plate, it's a foul ball. To potentially, if it's a couple inches lower, it's double down the left field or down the right field line. Like
Yeah.
when you throw up there, throw up with a purpose.
Yes, sir. If you're beating him away with a fastball, you're going to kill him inside.
It looks good up there.
There's your ball in.
Yeah, but that, I mean, he's trying to cross cut him underneath.
Yeah, that was just kind of a waste of a pitch.
He had him sped up.
Yeah,
he wanted to fucking miss right there.
Yeah, I mean that's like a left-handed slider. It's a good pitch. It opens up a bunch of opportunities right now. But all he has to do is just go high and tight with a fastball. It's over.
That tells you he's still flying open a bit, right?
Ooh,
he wanted to throw that for more of a strike.
I mean, if he goes just gas in, it's over.
Wow, that just missed, huh?
Yeah. And see, a lot of these things, I can hear Mike Maddox talking. Like a lot of the things I'm thinking are things that Maddox taught us.
Yeah.
How many of you guys had Maddox as a pitching coach? All of you?
Not me.
Oh,
Phil, you didn't.
Man, you
I
went
had his little brother.
That's a ball.
Oh,
yeah, it's a ball. What a great!
Never heard of him.
After that,
He has a little brother.
Yeah, and that's how he refers to him as.
That's how he refers to Greg Maddox, his little brother.
Yeah. All he does is say little brother.
I think you have to as the older brother who isn't Greg Maddox. I think you got to have to.
It's a great bat.
Yeah, that was. He didn't holding off on that slider.
Will, was it you? What was the story you said Greg Maddox used to bring his little kid into the clubhouse and would ask him what's the best pitch in the world or something like that? Like,
oh yeah, Glennon was there. He'd have him in the outfield during spring training for shag and stuff. And it's Glenn, it's Chase, right?
Yeah.
Chase is his son. He'd have him out there, and he was like 7, 8 years old. Little blonde-haired kid, scrawny. And he'd look at the kid and he'd go, "Hey kid, what's the best pitch in baseball?" And Chase would just sit there and go, "A well-located fastball."
Yep.
I love that.
Uh-oh.
That was a replay, Wayne.
Replay, fellas.
I was trying to catch you guys.
Hey, Chase.
All right, it's Tommy Pham. So what's he going to do? Strike out because Wayne's watching?
Close
Avert your eyes.
Dude, he's hot right now with me.
Oh.
He's going to ground out to Seager backhand.
Yeah, he is. Nice, good call, man.
What a call.
Glennon, how do you do it? You should put money on this.
I'm on the one TV in the house that doesn't pause or I'm just.
So you're ahead of everybody.
I'm ahead a little bit, but not much.
Now too.
Yeah.
Is anybody else so Timothy Chalamet commercial?
Terrible.
Is that who that is? I thought it was Jack Hughes.
Yeah, if it makes you want to not buy Chanel perfume, that's it.
He's trying to do
Hey, congratulations! You finally got a scoreless first.
Yeah. Hey, $4.92 to Glendon. Look at that.
Oh,
yeah. Look at that
shirt. Oh, the mystery package, the suspicious package.
That's from the Southpaw gang right there. That's a good.
I had to put it in the hat stretcher and the shirt stretcher.
Take it down to Dick's Sporting Goods to the glove.
I told him to get it. I told him to get you the extra medium.
Not the double X. I gotta make sure I dry everything on delicate.
I will say this, man. There's nothing like getting a brand new T-shirt. And you open it up and you hold it up. You're like, all right, this fucking thing. This looks like it's good. You put it on and it's fucking tighter than hell. And you're like, really, man? I just held it up and I look how big this thing is. And it's fucking skin tight on me.
Yeah.
There's nothing more humbling than putting on
right
clothes.
away. I'm like, tell my wife, get rid of that thing. Throw that thing away. I don't want it.
Hey, once you make the transition to 2X, dude, it's a different world.
Once you make it to where?
Once you make the transition to 2X, man, it's a different world.
Tell me about it, bro.
Yep.
Next size up is in Ohio.
Yeah. I actually bought a couple 2Xs too, just because it's the holidays and I'm gonna get fat and I don't care. And I just ordered a couple just because it's like, it's just like, I don't give a shit anymore. I'll be 50. What the hell do I care? So I'm just like, I walk around in, gym shorts and a 2X shirt, and my neighbors look at me like I'm fucking Frank Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond. Out there in my underwear.
Costanza too, right? Remember he went through his sweatpants phase.
Yeah,
I never came out of COVID with that, man. I really didn't. I have no problems, going to the store wearing sweatpants. I've given up.
Yeah,
it's great.
That's exactly what Jerry said to George. You've given up, haven't you?
right.
I say that to our kids all the time when I see them in sweatpants or like slippers. Like even in the morning, I'm like, you just fucking quit, man.
Yeah.
Like clean it up, man. Just put on some pants, real pants, and some shoes.
I dress for comfort these days. Unless the odd opportunity arises where I have to wear a suit. Like Rocco, when we go to that dinner, I'm going to have to wear a friggin' suit.
Right.
And there's no way in hell that thing fits me. I guarantee it. I'm going to look like, I'm going to have that like penguin fucking walk thing going on. And like, oh yeah, there's no way that's going to end well. That's
penguin walk.
Have you guys ever heard of the comedian Patton Oswalt?
Oh,
of course. Yeah.
He does a
lesbian,
bit,
right?
and he's talking. Huh?
The lesbian, right?
That's him.
It's a lot of King of Queens references there.
I know. Yes, he was the lesbian at the. He was. What was it?
At the reunion.
The reunion. Yeah. The lesbian thought he was a woman and was
That's so funny, man.
Now we're back to the SNL sketch of It's Pat.
Sorry to interrupt. I apologize.
No, that was beautiful. He does this whole bit about seeing people at the grocery store wearing sweats, and he's like, "That's the litmus test for did they shower today."
Oh God.
He's like,
he's not wrong.
Good guess. Yeah, that's definitely a good guess.
Yeah,
he's not wrong.
Yeah, just the amount of funk that's being held in by those. Ugh.
The funk.
That's multiple days as well. If you're doing that.
Yeah. That's not even just 24 hours. That's multiple.
Question is,
you slept in
are they wearing underwear?
Me?
No, absolutely not.
Probably not.
I believe I am. Oh, ooh.
Wearing a full sweatsuit is basically like giving yourself a Dutch oven.
Oh, it's just that's like it's. I'm not gonna lie to you. The last couple of cross country flights, I've gone full sweatsuit, man. I mean, it's like I may as well be fucking dressed like Al Sharpton. It's just like
it's such a look.
You freeballing in there?
Sergio.
No. I mean, I'm nice. I wear underwear, but I mean, it's just flying has gotten so fucking miserable that I don't care. I'm gonna,
Yeah. Well, yeah, you want to protect those people next to you. You want to go
Louis
unfiltered
C.K.
fart.
on that one, Vitaly.
No
What's that?
You don't want an unfiltered fart in there on the plane, dude. Crush people. Dude.
You need a buffer layer.
I'm not ashamed. I'll do it. I will fart on planes. I have no problems doing it.
Nobody knows where they're coming from.
Exactly. I'll do the thing too where, I'll just look. I mean, just like.
Right. Just doing like act like you're asleep while you're doing it.
Just look for like a little sleeping old lady and just, kind of like, her. That was her.
This is turning into just a psychotherapy.
Well, yeah, more or less. It's a commercial break. What are we supposed to do?
We lost the dominator.
Unbelievable.
We lost Rocco again. Rocco's having some serious
I'm going to Louis C.K. you and say, what does the world owe you? You're sitting in a chair in the sky.
I know. You're flying through the air.
It used to take 4 years, and you're going to complain about that.
No, I'm not complaining.
Problem.
I 100% agree with Louis C.K. and you on this one. It's a marvel of modern technology, but at the same time, it's also at this point it has become a fucking nuisance. It's not the days of going on TWA flight number 7 from LaGuardia, where everybody's in a fedora and a suit, and there's a fucking carving station being wheeled down the aisle. You're getting some some pissed off flight attendant that's going to throw you a bag of peanuts, or no, they can't even do that anymore. So here's your pretzels. And then we're going to wait a half hour to bring you water because you're eating frickin' pretzels, and these pretzels are making me thirsty. Sorry.
Exactly.
I got Biscoff cookies and garden salsa sun chips on a Delta flight.
The Biscoff cookie is a nice fucking move, though. I'll tell you.
I like them.
Hey,
They're
Wayne,
delicious.
Wayne,
They're
remember the hot chocolate chip cookies on Midwest Express?
Oh my God, those are the best flights, dude.
Yeah, those were the best.
Flight.
Our stewardesses loved it. It became a running joke that the second I get on the flight with the Brewers, I would ask them if the cookies were ready.
Oh my God,
I think you told me about that. Yeah, was that your Brewers air carrier?
Oh yeah, they just started dying laughing every time and say, "Hey, are the cookies ready?"
No, you guys didn't use the Bucks plane at all?
What's that?
You guys didn't use the Bucks plane at all? When I was there in '99, I got traded there in '98. And then in '99, we actually used the Bucks plane.
Well, that's pretty
so it was all like every seat was a first class seat.
No, we didn't. We switched.
Cool.
They must have switched right after that. Maybe because I got there in 2002 and we were using Midwest Express exclusively.
Yeah. Midwest was great, man.
It was nice. It was kind of like that. It was like more like wider. They weren't
wider seats. Yeah, these ones had 2 seats in each row as opposed to 3.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's a huge difference.
I really like
it.
They were great.
When Glendon came over and joined me with the Cubs, we were all United coach, but you got your own row. He kept the whole cookie thing going because Otis Spunkmeyer was the deal.
Oh
and
yeah,
he'd hop on. Are the cookies ready? And then he just spread out. That was the king hookup because we were on United. So you'd actually give them your United like flight miles number or whatever the membership was, and you'd get miles for every flight we took.
Seriously,
yeah.
Really?
It was double dipping like you wouldn't believe.
You got freaking flyer miles for just being on a baseball team, and you didn't.
It was
seriously. That's fucking amazing.
Hey, 0-2 leadoff hit here, by the way, too.
Terrible pitch. I didn't like it.
Oh, we're gonna talk about baseball.
Didn't like that pitch.
Eventually, not high enough, Wayne.
We made it to one inning here,
and out over the plate. Just not.
Rocco, statistically, how many of the 30 stadiums have a pool in it?
I know of
I can't
2.
do math. That's the thing. I'm thinking if the Rangers win tonight, do they jump in the pool? In the
tradition.
Yeah. Oh, you got the dude from Jake from the John Boy show out there, and as the lifeguard too.
We're not going to say that name again.
I'm just saying.
Somebody's going to have to put a life preserver on Boach's head.
No, that thing's buoyant. He's good.
The story was always that he was a catcher, and the story was he always had to bring his own skull cap with him wherever he went because he was a journeyman, played for a lot of clubs, and he had to bring his own skull cap because they didn't have an 8 3/4.
Bring your own bucket.
Is that the size of his head?
Yeah,
it's a big one.
Hey, they still to this day have hats in the racks over there in Padres spring training complex that are floating around that were old Bochy domes from.
Really?
Obviously, nobody else has ever used them.
The big joke with the Mets was always that the only person with the bigger head than Bochy was Jay Horwitz, and that's what they used to
Horwitz has a good sized melon.
He's got a dome. They used to bust his chops.
My God,
I would have figured the biggest dome in Mets history was Rick Peterson.
That's all.
I don't know him up close enough well, but he thinks highly of himself. I know that.
I think that's all his perm.
Got it, Bill. There you go.
Hey, the high school. It's always we still retread all of our same jokes, but the high school and college kids love the. Would you rather have $10,000 or his head full of quarters or whatever? Kids love that one.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh.
How many jelly beans?
Yeah, right.
imagine, or the other one,
right?
where they always say, "Can you imagine a head cold for that guy?"
Uh-oh.
That's like a sore throat on a giraffe.
Oh,
yeah. I wish we could sync up just a little better.
Got to catch that. Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
he did catch it.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
He caught it.
Glendon already knows who won, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know. It's a good grab.
I'm not giving away anything.
Glennon's ahead.
I think
I'm probably a
Brendan
pitch
and I
ahead.
are within seconds of each other.
I
Right
think
now.
we're all close.
Yeah.
You guys
Brendan
are
never
about.
learned his lessons from the spring training
What a
meetings with
catch.
the FBI.
Unbelievable. Does he get him at second?
The old get me over.
What was Pulse? Pulse pulled his name out too. Was it Michael Franchise?
Michael
Or-
Francis.
Francis,
Michael
yeah.
Francis.
Michael
Michael
Francis.
Francis.
We had a call
The yuppie
coming in about
dog.
4:45. We had a guy on the bench who was giving spreads to the game. Those are the best meetings ever.
I swear to God, whenever he was talking, I was looking around like, all right, where's the cameras? This has got to be a scene here. This guy's still acting, bro. He's crying out for a film or something. What's going on?
Dude,
Yeah.
the one year he said, he came in and said, he goes, yeah, we were at a place the other day. He said, I'm not going to say anybody's names, but he saw me coming and he took off running for another room. I was like, are you serious? So
Yeah, he liked who he
that's
was.
real, man.
For sure.
It was
Right.
one of the players. It was a player he was talking about, but never found out who.
Wow.
Really? That's not good. You know, I played in Taiwan, and I actually got offered money to throw a game.
Yes, sir. That's
Really?
big
I
over there.
told the guy,
Huge.
and I accepted a beer from the guy first. And then the guy said, my boss would like to, thinks we could do business together. And he was like patting his hand on like a merce, a man purse. And I guess it had money in it or whatever. And I said to him, I was like, look, man, how about this? How about I buy you a beer so we can say we're even? And you're just going to have to tell your boss that you got the wrong guy and I could never do anything like that.
Never.
So fair enough. I bought the guy a beer and the guy left me alone.
Wow.
But, you know, you hear all the stories before you go
Yeah.
there. And God damn it. It's true.
Real.
And it happened.
It's real.
It is real.
Man, that makes
It
me
was-
happy that I was a lifetime reliever. I was never good enough to even get proposition.
Well, it's crazy because I went over there and got off to a really, really great start, and our team started winning all these games. And you know, in Taiwan, that's their big league. So you know, you walk around town in Tainan, and you're a 6'4" white guy sticking out like a sore thumb. People following you around and shit. It's pretty cool. But the getting offered money by the mafia was not something I was looking forward to, and then it did actually happen. And I'm glad I handled it well enough to where they left me alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's
Chris, how many viewers
somebody
do we have?
else. I don't know. 2.
Nice.
What's that?
I don't know. According to this, people are coming and going.
Watching
A
and
couple.
leaving.
A couple.
All right,
They probably coming. Yeah.
We got to turn it up a notch.
All right. Well, let's turn it up a notch. I'm gonna go get a beer. You
Yeah,
guys,
me too.
we will replenish.
That sounds like
Fly ball.
I'll bring in and then maybe fourth inning I'll bring in Sheeran, who's been drinking. So that should
we
be
need
fun.
to catch up a little bit.
Yeah. And then
Now's a good time to start again, buddy.
why not?
Can you imagine?
Hurry back.
What do you say? It's a good time to start again.
Yeah, like, it's a fucking Billy Idol right there.
Awesome.
What's he got? Track lighting up there? What is that?
I think those are LEDs.
220, 221, whatever it takes.
There's a pole somewhere in that room.
Rocco went running. Pepto Bismol moment. What was that?
This Pepto Bismol moment.
Where did he go? That was fast.
How about that one accidental shark we passed around the next?
Dude, I kept watching it. I don't know why.
I was gonna suggest our own little fart game for this to keep a tally, but
I just kept looking at it saying, how did he not even guess that was going to happen that big?
Yeah, I mean that was
Like,
I mean, he blew out a chipmunk right there.
dude, yeah, dude. This is like, good thing his shorts were there to catch at. That thing would hit the wall. That thing would have hit the wall, man.
good point.
By the way, did anybody notice that Chris Sale is dead behind Vitali?
Yeah.
it's my buddy.
That's funny. Chris Dale.
Incredible.
His fez fell off.
Glendon, I meant to ask you a question if you remember something. Because you're talking about Corbin Carroll. You remember in 03 when I don't know who did it. Somebody switched the jerseys of Dave Burba and Shane Nance.
You
remember that? And
yeah, I do remember it, but I'm trying to think who did it.
Dude, Shane Nance is shorter than Corbin Carroll.
Yes.
Wow.
And Dave Burba's like 6'6".
Yeah.
A big man.
Burba was a big man.
Yeah. They switched their jerseys, and they went after the game wearing each other's jerseys.
And
they didn't even know.
How the hell did he squeeze into that thing?
I don't know. But it was hilarious. Though.
Coming out looking like a fucking sausage.
That was always a good kangaroo court fine, right? Somebody goes out in the wrong uni. That happens.
You're talking about.
That was always a good kangaroo court fine.
It was about a
I
foot
was
difference
I was used to
about 100 pounds.
You know what I always found funny, actually? No, go ahead, Will. Anyway, okay, fine. No, you know, what was it? The fucking Nationals, like when they first debuted, their first home game, the shirts, it's Nationals was actually fucking spelt wrong.
Are you serious?
It said Nationals. Yeah, like there was no O. It literally on all of them. The entire team took the field and it said Nationals. I think that was when they first debuted, like their first home opener.
Really?
Not positive. Rocco would know.
When they,
I'm on it right now.
I was
what
at
about
the
when
home
they
opener.
opened up the stadium in San Fran? They forgot bullpens before, and they had to do it like right before opening day.
They forgot building the
They
bullpen?
forgot bullpens.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They built a new stadium and it forgot bullpens, and opening day was coming up, and they had to rush quickly to put something in in play in foul territory.
Yep.
San Diego.
Torey Lovella really doesn't look like he wants to be talking to fucking Tom Verducci right now, does he?
No.
It's got to be
in the middle of the game. Why not?
They have to make them do it. They have to be making them do it. Like, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine Verducci even wants to be in there. Yeah,
just pull some Marshawn Lynch and go. I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Fast.
Just answer every question with that.
Those National jerseys were 2009, and they only wore them for the first 3 innings. They noticed the mistake, went and got new jerseys, and made all the players switch out after 3 innings into the correct.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable.
I
like. Where did they get new jerseys? That's
right. Concession stand. They ran up to the
who did Otis tank? Was that Terrio?
Chris Terrio?
No, Ryan
Terrio.
Oh yeah, Ryan Terrio. Sorry, Chris Terrio. Who knows Chris Terrio?
I feel like Otis tanked his jersey in his major league debut. At least.
Oh no.
Yeah, he forgot the H or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris, you're thinking Danny Terrio from Dance Fever.
Danny Terrio also came to mind.
Wow. Yeah, Danny Bonaduce 1-0.
Ah.
Oh, man.
Speaking of Danny Bonaduce, how you doing over there, Billy P?
Getting there, baby.
Pulse, what's your flight plan on Saturday going down to?
I get in at 7:30.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are doing? Is it this week?
No, the following week. This week's coming up is week 1. We're doing week 2.
Nice.
Well, we got some pitching duel going on right now, man.
Yeah. Gallen's looking good.
Should have bet scoreless every inning.
I don't think that's going to hold yesterday. Up. What time you get in, Glenn?
I think just in the afternoon on Saturday.
You know, there's a couple of steak dinners going on. You want me to hook you up with some people to make sure you don't miss out on one?
Is there really? No, I'm good. I'll just go hang at the hotel.
Like big money steak dinners. Like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Scalabrino. I'm sure you probably hit it off with Scalabrino real well, right?
I talked to him. I didn't. I was learning everyone for the first time last year. So
right.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are fun.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
Good crew. We got Turks with us this year too in week 2.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Who else does it with you guys? For those or anyone watching, we're talking about Mets fantasy camp.
Yeah,
which I looked into just because
of
as a goof, and there's no way I'm dropping $6,000 to go get embarrassed. But who else does it with you? I mean, because I would I just don't want to drop the $6,000. So that's really what it is.
I think part of it's about embarrassing.
It's bad economy.
Yeah.
But
in this economy,
Mackie Sasser, Howard Johnson,
Nice.
older guys. Ed Lynch, Mary Lyons.
Oh wow.
Doug Flynn.
Dougie Flynn.
Oh wow, nice.
Eric Hillman. Pete Shurik.
Lenny Harris.
Nice.
Lenny's great. Love Lenny.
Yeah.
Crash McCray. Mookie. Buzz Capra.
Doc Gooden, of course.
Mookie Betts?
No.
I got it.
Mookie Blaylock.
I didn't say anything. I said no. Bobby Wine.
Todd Pratt.
Tank. Heath Bell.
Nelson Figueroa.
Nelly. I'm thinking of he was a catcher as well, and I'm drawing a blank right now. He hates me.
Mike Piazza.
No, older guy. Old guy.
He hates me.
Yeah, 69 Met. That's why I make sure I say hi to him.
Oh, Jerry Grody?
Jerry Grody.
Not Jerry Grody.
No.
Help me out here, Glendon.
I'm trying to think who that was.
Ron Hodges?
No. He was on the 69 team.
Got him.
Let's see. I'll have to look
No,
up.
Hands off the computer.
That might have been a good spot to pause.
Yeah, I'm going to look. I'll be right back because I'm going to be mad.
Well, while we're looking that up, I got we got a new viewer. My little 6-year-old nephew is watching. Dan Jr.
Nice.
He texted me a request to say bucket of shit on the internet. He didn't text me, his father did, but so bucket of shit there, Dan Jr.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
Who's taller, your nephew or Corbin Carroll?
Dan Jr. In hockey skates, Dan Jr.'s got him beat, I think.
Nice.
It's actually his first. He's 6 years old.
Is Dan Jr. another Islanders fan though?
No, he's a Vegas Knights fan.
Oh God!
And actually, he's 6, and his first ice hockey game is this Saturday.
All right,
so he's all fired up.
Do well and bucket of shit. Obviously, bucket of shit, man.
Good luck, man.
Duffy Dyer, Juan Swoboda.
Oh, there we go.
Wally
Ron Swoboda.
Is it Ron Swoboda?
No, it's Duffy Dyer who I was thinking of, but Ron Swoboda is going to be his part. But Ron Swoboda is an awesome dude too, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was our radio guy. He was our radio guy when I was in AAA.
Yeah, he was a media guy. Yeah.
I don't think. Hey, Paul.
Brendan, who's Santana? That can't be.
Rafi.
Oh, that's Rafael Santana.
Nice.
Santana.
Yeah, I was going to say full disclosure. I don't think Duffy likes any of us.
Dude, Duffy's a man. I make sure I say hi to him every single day, bro. Every day I go right up to him. Hey, Duffy, how you doing, buddy?
It is amazing to think that you're doing that, which is just absolute fun, and you're there to be personable and have a blast. And
he's just a miserable bastard.
Yeah,
but he's known as the funny guy because he'll always do like a little thing in one of the dinners or that. Well, he'll do his little spiel. But other than that,
oh man. Well, I tell you, maybe next year when we get our shit together, maybe Rocco and I will come down and and we can figure out a way to do that and document the mess that it would be.
Hey, last year, week 2, we had Jim Brewer, of course, was one of them.
Yeah, I think I saw photos of
Go boy.
Jim went up during Kangaroo Court, dude, and just took the mic and started going, and dude, guys were on the ground.
He did a 10-minute set. right for
Yeah,
us,
he
just
was
in that room. It was pretty crazy. It was sick.
He was killing. What's his name? Bobby Wine. Yeah, Bobby
He was
Wine's
killing
like
Wino.
82 years old, and he's like, we're gonna keep you here. You're basically like a mascot. We'll put horns on you.
When he started walking like Bobby too, right? He did the little walk like Bobby. Oh my god!
He goes, "We're
He was
keeping
making
you
fun
here
of
at
his
least
shoes
until you
'cause he
take a
had
deuce in
braces
your
on his
pants."
legs. That was a pretty cool little
That's
10 minute
great.
set he
No,
did.
it sounds like a blast, man. I mean, like here's
It's not
so
nice,
here's something
though.
because I've never been anywhere near a fantasy camp ever. And the closest I've gotten was watching the Seinfeld where Kramer punched Mickey Mantle in the mouth. I mean, it's got to be hilarious. It's got to be fun, right? I mean, that's like
It's awesome.
just for you guys hanging out. For you guys hanging out with the other players and everything, but I mean, how seriously do some of these guys
Love
take
it?
They get like nice.
You knew that was going to happen, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. After that dog crap ground out to short in the second.
I mean, that's their game.
First.
But
that's just good baseball.
Of guys that they're there to take it really, really seriously about winning and losing.
Yeah.
And from the guys, because this will be now my fourth camp, so I've done it a few times now, and I get to see some of these guys because they're local, and we get together and do dinners and that. And a lot of them say, like, the first time you go down there, it's like very, very competitive for you and you want to win. And then the next few times after you start going down there, it's more about the camaraderie of being down there with people and networking and getting to, and not just the players. I know that these guys get together and they have poker leagues and they do all kinds of shit together. Like I said, we do dinners every, semi-monthly, where we get a group of 6, 8, 10 guys, and they're all fantasy camp guys, and go out and do a dinner. And they all become, very close-knit group.
That's cool. So it's almost like a team within a team. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
120 guys, players plus coaches and that there. So it's, that whole minor league clubhouse is completely full.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be. It's gotta be a full house. But I mean, it looks so much more fun. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, if I was gonna do one, I think I'd rather do the Mets one than the Yankees one. Because you guys are there, but it's probably a lot more fun. I mean, what the hell am I gonna, go get, punched by Joe Pepitone? That doesn't sound fun.
There's a lot of campers that do different camps, 3 or 4, like the Reds. I know a guy that does the Reds, a guy that does the Rockies, a guy that does us, and he's done Boston. And pretty much unanimously, it's people saying that Doug Dickey, who runs the camp for the Mets fantasy camp, they say that he does the best job, and the Mets have done the best job of the camps that they do.
I mean, because I looked it up. I was like, well, fuck, maybe what the hell? Give me something to do. But then I was like, I don't have the $6,000 to spend this year, so that's not happening. But
Doug's got a waiting list for both weeks to get in. I was gonna my oldest brother was gonna try and do one of the weeks this year, and he's backed up 20 plus dudes deep in both weeks, I think.
Oh, so you got to sign up in advance for this thing anyway.
Yeah,
it's not like a spur of the moment.
No.
I'll get invited to Cubs fantasy camp when I sign up and pay.
Yeah. Will, I don't think they even do it anymore.
That's
crazy. I don't think so either.
Yeah. Because it was I think the Cubs one was kind of an outside.
Oh, my God.
Guys kind of ran it on their own.
Oh,
really?
Could have bet every inning, scoreless every inning.
Biggest about of the World Series right there.
I mean, it sounds like a blast, though. It really does. Sounds like a good time.
Well, we know Griffey.
By the way, this is the greatest jersey switch I ever witnessed.
What's that?
I said
behind me is
the greatest.
Yeah, I was going. What's going on with the male pattern baldness behind you?
That's fake baldness on the left.
So Smoltz is on the right.
Right.
Oh, is that somebody as Smoltz's Halloween costume?
And that's Peter Moylan on the left.
That's Peter Moylan?
Peter Moylan, and he shaved the top of his head, put on Smoltz's uniform, gave himself a hungry butt crack, pulled his pants up halfway up his back, and started marching around the clubhouse like that. I'm the only person that got a photo of it.
That's
hilarious, man.
That was when he was still playing. That's not like recent.
Oh yeah, that was when Smoltzy was still playing.
Oh
That
shit.
was 2008.
Oh wow. That's great. If Moylan didn't block me on Twitter, then I would have enjoyed it more.
Why did Moylan block you on Twitter? What did you say?
He got mad at me about something. I don't know. I was asking about something in the Australian, because he was managing down in the Australian league, and they had a a female pitcher, which it was kind of a big deal down there or whatever, and
Sure it was.
so I asked him a question about it, because like she came in, she pitched once, that was the last you heard of her. So I asked him, he was talking about it on the Twitter, and one night and I got home and I had a few beverages in me or whatever. So I asked him, imagine. So I asked him, I was like, so, hey, listen, what's up with this, this woman Genevieve? Like, what's going on? We haven't heard or seen anything after the first thing. He said something flippant, and so I said.
And then you said something flippant.
No, I said, well, listen, if it was just a PR fucking stunt, just say it. And he blocked me immediately.
So you did say something flippant.
No, I absolutely said something. Well, he said something flippant first, and then I said, hey, listen, man, if it was just a PR stunt, that's cool, but just don't hide behind a phantom injury for her. And then he just like told me to fuck myself and blocked me. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Who was that? I missed that part of that conversation.
Peter Moylan
from the Braves.
Yeah,
nice.
He's a John Boy guy, and he got sensitive and he blocked me. Whatever, it happens.
Peter
hey,
Moylan
listen.
Well,
I don't know. I didn't tell him to go fuck himself or anything. I was actually being, cordial, and then, I don't know. Maybe I was cordial.
Here's him
cordial.
marching around. Here's him marching around the clubhouse.
That's Smoltz. That's great. He needs to unblock me. It was a misunderstanding.
Smoltz, the big 2-1 guy. Smoltz loved the 2-1.
Who was it out of you guys? Will, was it you saying that Smoltz was like the best athlete?
Unbelievable.
He's the most amazing athlete I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible to me.
He literally, in spring training, we had a ping pong contest, like team party, and we're there. And I heard stories.
Oh, sorry, what a play!
I heard stories that he was good, and like ping pong is one of those things where most people think that they're good.
I don't.
And
I know I suck at ping pong.
Okay, so I actually think I'm pretty good. And
I do too. You're right. Everybody thinks it. Yeah, no, you're right.
But if you can play a little bit, most people elevate themselves to Olympic status in their brain. And so
start holding the paddle like with the weird, grip and shit.
It's like I always tell people, I was like,
wow, damn defense.
If you ever see somebody like ping pong and knives are the same. If you ever see somebody holding a knife like this, you're in danger, but you're okay. If you see somebody holding it like this, run for your life.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, same thing with ping pong paddles. If you see this paddle, you're okay.
Yeah.
If you see this paddle,
that weird.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. Just leave.
You're in trouble.
Just leave. Did Smoltz hold the paddle like that?
No. So I thought I was in the clear. And then he proceeds to beat the entire team left-handed on his knees with his chest touching the table.
On purpose?
On purpose, yeah. Like he got bored. He got bored beating everybody normally. And then when he did that to me, I just walked off. I was like, dude, I'm not even going to be insulted by this. Like, there's no way I'm letting you beat me like this. I'm out of here. But I mean, dude can throw a football 75, 80 yards, run like a deer. He had Tiger Woods out, before Tiger Woods got famous for something. I can't remember what, but he had him come take BP, and Tiger, he gives him a number 6 jersey, and he uses athletic tape and puts a plus in front of it because that was Tiger's handicap.
Oh God. That's good.
And he makes it and he makes Tiger face him in live ABs as he's coming back from his like 8th shoulder operation, and he's like, Tiger, just all you have to do is make contact once, and he's just humming fastballs with like 8 staples in his shoulder, just humming fastballs by him, breaking off nasty sliders. Tiger's dog cussing, slamming bats, just so pissed off. Finally, he's like, here, and he starts lobbing stuff in. Finally, there's a ground ball to second, and you would have thought it was the end of the World Series. Tiger was so pleased with himself that he was allowed to hit a ball.
Oh boy!
But the dude can literally do everything.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about. I did not know that about Smoltz whatsoever. I just thought I don't know. He just seemed like one of those guys who, yeah, I can pitch, so I'm a pitcher. I didn't realize he was just an incredible all-around athlete.
Oh yeah, I mean,
he's also hilarious too.
Yeah,
like
golf is crazy.
He'd play great pranks. Like he was kind of like a quieter version of Glendon. Like we'd get to the hotel, and guys, everybody races up to their room to be the first one to call and get their bag. And just like, hey, can I get my bag real quick? I'll grease you. I'll pay you $50. Let me get my bag first so that I can go to sleep. So Smoltz would just hang down, and he'd hang down, with the concierge. The phone would start blowing up, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, the bags aren't available yet. Can I call you a cab?" And guys would be like, "No." He's like, "No, seriously. I mean, we had a lot of nice things in the town. A couple of restaurants, good places to go see a show. Let me call you a cab." And he'd just wear guys down, and all of a sudden they'd go, "Fine, call me a cab." And he'd go, "You're a cab." And he'd hang up the phone.
Oh.
He just do like little stuff like that just to drive people crazy.
I've always been curious about that. I mean, and I guess you saw it. I mean, just him and Maddox. Just what the hell was their relationship like? I mean, we've all seen the push harder, Alice commercial. With him and Glavin.
That was Glavin.
No, that was Glavin. I know, but I'm just saying. So, I kind of think I see that relationship as being kind of funny. But him and Smoltz, they just seem like two such different polar opposites. I mean, were they cool together?
Yeah, they're tight.
Oh,
yeah.
They were very tight, and they'd have a lot of fun with each other.
In fact,
none of which will be repeated.
Oh, go ahead.
Whoa.
I was saying none of the stuff I know will be repeated.
I was going to say I think that that they were probably even tighter than him and Glavin.
Really?
Yeah, Smoltz and Greg were tighter.
That's kind of impressive. I mean, because it seemed like him and Glavin obviously had a good relationship too, and the more I learned of Glavin, as the years go on, he seemed like he was a fucking lunatic as well. I mean, in a good way, obviously, but
Glav was awesome. Hey, I got to go turn on my grill real quick. Hold on.
That's right. Hey, by the way, what happened to Bill?
Lost him.
I'll be back.
I think
man down.
I probably got one more inning in me.
Right on. It's 6.
Ooh. How many punch outs does
something about that Braves pitching staff? I always heard from reputable people, but I heard that Bobby Cox used to set up spring training workouts around their golf schedule. Those guys.
I mean, I don't know if he actually did it that way, but I know that they basically got their work in and they were gone. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, because I was with Greg 3 years in Chicago and then also in San Diego, and when he got his work in and he was done, he was straight to the golf course, and usually with no shower, right? You might as well have been wearing sweats on a plane.
No drawers.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they were kind of a no nonsense. At least the Cubs were that way when I was there, but the Braves I heard were very much no nonsense in spring training. It was like, get your work in. You're done. Get out. We're not going to sit around here for 8 hours and do a bunch of eyewash.
Look at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Bobby Cox is a big believer in that. When I was there, that's what I heard. Like, they don't do team stretching. It's like, if I got to tell you what to do, like, no, that's not, that doesn't fly here. It's like, if you don't want to do your work, there's plenty of guys behind you that want to take your job. So,
yep, absolutely.
Were you on the Mets with Glendon, or were you you just missed him by a year or two?
No, I missed him. Yeah, he was there. He came after I was gone in the off season of 2002. I went to Milwaukee. Yeah, I think Glav came there. What, maybe 2004, maybe, or something.
Yeah, 2003, 2004.
Right, yeah, he got his 300th win with. Who did he get his 300th with the Mets?
With the Mets.
Yeah,
I was there. Like, it was against us.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that. Was there?
Cool. You guys involved in any other milestone games?
Maddox's 300th when I was with the Giants.
Wow.
Yeah, Wayne was on the other team. I was his teammate, and then I was there also for his 3,000th strikeout too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome,
man.
Wait, for whose 3,000?
Maddox.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And his 300th win.
That was kind of the same thing happened to Clemens. I went to a game with a buddy of mine, and it turned out he got his 3,000 strikeout and his 300th win on the same night against the Cardinals. And it was the only game I've ever been thrown out of.
Well, you got tossed?
After the game. Everyone was celebrating. We were sitting in the upper deck at Old Yankee Stadium, and game ends, everybody's celebrating. Somebody comes by and some Dominican dude comes by, and he's like, "My man!" And he like high fives me, and he knocks the beer out of my hand, and the beer goes flying down. I mean, this is after the game, so it goes dropping all the way down to somebody downstairs, and it hits everybody, and they told me to leave. I was like, "Oh, look, the game's over anyway. It's fine." And I think he nailed. It wasn't Tino. Tino, I think, was his 3,001st strikeout.
Oh man.
Rocco, who was
Clemens' 3,000 strikeout? He was on Tino, but Tino had come back. I think it was his first game back after the Yankee, after he signed with St. Louis. So he comes up to bat, and the scoreboard flashes. Roger Clemens just got his 3,000 strikeout. And the place is going mental because it's the first time they're seeing Tino since the dynasty ended, etc. But I forget who the hell it was. It was a great game, and it just so happened he got 3,000 and 300 on the same day, and I got thrown out for the first time ever. So that was great.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, by no fault of my own.
I came real close to catching A-Rod's 3,000th hit. The home
yeah, he did. Fucking Hampel fucked you, didn't he?
Yeah. There's a picture of the pile. There's a picture of the pile, people scrounging around for the ball, and I'm right in there. I had an Oscar Gamble Yankees t-shirt jersey.
There you go.
That's great.
Gamble with the 17, and I'm scrounging. Yeah. I mean, the ball was it was in my row, and Hampel's got it at the end of the row with his hand up.
Of course he did.
I mean, he hit it off of Verlander. I was sitting in right field. The ball was coming right at me. And, freaking wild.
Fucking Hampel, man.
I was in the scrum for it, and it was tough sleep. I mean, I knew that was.
How the hell did you lose a scrum to Zach Hampel?
Well, the ball bounced out of the scrum. He wasn't even in it. He was standing in the aisle.
Ball got out.
So just rolled to him, and now we've been stuck with Zach Hampel ever since because of a bad bounce. God damn.
Yep.
And again, the biggest bat of the series right here. It's a big one, man.
Bill just is gone. He's not trying to come back.
He gone.
I mean, did he message any of us, or is he just left?
Will, you're muted.
He's just gone. Bill just disappeared.
Meatballs. Spaghetti meatballs again for Bill, probably.
Hey, how about the Mark Loretta inspired double by Evan Longoria?
That was a Low Daddy special right there.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely.
Somebody I was traded for.
Good for Longoria.
Loretta and Brad Ausmus together on the bench and with the Dodgers was one of the funniest combos I've ever been around. Loretta would get one of those, drop it into right field, and Ausmus would be on the bench going, just screaming, vintage!
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Pulsifer.
Where's your snifter?
You didn't get a look at the cup, actually, Will.
It's a Shrek cup.
It's a Shrek cup. Would you get that with your Happy Meal?
It actually says on here, "We love you, Daddy." Shrek the Third. So this was actually, I believe it's a Burger King.
Yes,
glass.
Burger King. They were the king of those. 82, Empire Strikes Back.
From the early.
Those were the best ones.
Yes.
I love that when Glendon leaves, we're left with Kenny Powers.
2007. And it's a tremendous beer drinking glass.
What a pitch right there, by the way.
That was a nice pitch.
Oh,
let's see.
Just totally frozen.
Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, you can't do anything.
Like, what else are you looking for with 2 strikes? That's the pitch you look for with 2 strikes. I don't get that.
I'm going to nitpick for a second.
I absolutely don't
Can I nitpick for 1 second, please? All right, so we know Garcia's hurt. He's not playing. Guy can't wear his jersey in the dugout in the World Series.
That's only new, man. That doesn't roll.
Like, seriously, you sit there in a t-shirt? Not for nothing. I get old yelling at clouds every now and again. That's one. Come on. You're with your team. You're in the dugout. Wear your fucking uniform.
He wants everybody to know he's not sitting on the bench.
Seriously, I'll call the commissioner's office. They're looking for uniform.
I was a big pullover guy.
You're the guy that Terry Frank. No, you're the guy Terry Francona was bitching about when he got uniform checked, and he's like, "Hey, if you're not down here to put a bunt play on, get the hell out."
I'm not complaining about what he's in the dugout.
You are complaining.
I am complaining. You're right. Yes, I am complaining.
Terrible.
Yes, I am.
That was terrible.
I disagree. I think he should be wearing a fucking uniform.
Charles Barkley, man, that's terrible.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Kenny. That's terrible, Kenny.
I mean, I get the managers don't wear them anymore. They wear the hoodies and whatnot. But I mean, come on, I
like the pullover. It was a bad look.
It's nice. Look, if Garcia had a pullover, I wouldn't have noticed. You can't just wear a T-shirt, a Fanatics T-shirt. Come on, that's weird to me.
I don't like that home clubs take batting practice in shorts and T-shirts now, man. Home club used to have to be in uniform. Road club. Yeah. Road club, you had to be in uniform because gates were open.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
And even at home, I've never took batting practice in the major leagues. Now, granted, I did an independent ball, but never took batting practice in anything but a pair of baseball pants and a BP top with a belt on. You know, the infielders in that would have their sneakers on and their little pullover, Carlos Baerga pullover, you know. But we were always BP top for sure.
You put a lot of fear in my ability.
Now it's shorts and T-shirts.
Changed since the dark ages, Bill.
I know.
The word uniform is out the window, boys.
Yeah, but now Lowe's rocking the uniform that when I signed anyway. That's the uniform when I signed. That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah. My favorite is the Technicolor Dream Coat that you can have for your spikes, your elbow guard, just whatever. Just
the Technicolor Dream
Coat. If there's a color, you can wear it.
Yep.
Who started that? Cespedes, really? With that neon shit?
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely Cespedes.
It was him, right?
And then it went to the different colored belt with the huge gold belt buckle.
I like those old Santa Belt pants.
Yeah, I saw the Padres this year wearing like 3 different colored belts in one game.
Oh, Coach Gemstone.
A lot of guys are wearing Escobar wears a belt that looks like the Venezuelan flag. Actually, it has nothing to do with the organization he's playing with. It's Venezuelan flag.
Colton Wong used to wear a Hawaii flag sleeve.
Yeah, the new belts are sweet. The ones that have like their numbers, built into them or whatever. But
their names are on them, like they're printed on them or whatever.
Yeah.
The names in the back. They had their last names in the back.
Yeah. Coach 500, 1-0.
Perfect analogy right there.
Who's that next to Coach 500?
That's Kenny Powers.
That's Jesse Gemstone, baby.
Oh yeah, no, and I had to make it a little bigger. Nice.
You haven't started the gemstones yet, Chris?
I started the gemstones, and then I don't know what the hell happened. I just stopped. I just forgot about it. So
All right,
I got to get back into it. I watched the first 2 or 3 and I loved it.
Yeah.
And then something happened where like I just didn't get to watch TV for like 2 weeks, and and I just kind of forgot about it. But
you gotta go back to it.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I need something to do. It's either that or talk to you, motherfuckers.
Glendon drew it out of me. Glendon drew it out of me, and then finally I started watching it, and then I realized I had this moment of clarity, and I went, Coach Premium is a televangelist. He is a televangelist moonlighting as a head football coach. And that is where it ends.
Yeah.
That hat, man. That hat is that's
I mean, it's probably about a $2,000 hat right there.
I want to know who his baby Billy Freeman is on the bench for Colorado.
It's that huge dude. It's that huge dude with the black leather cut vest.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love any show that has Walton Goggins in it.
Oh, he's so good.
Oh, him and his teeth are my favorite actors.
His character as
Baby Billy
is off the charts.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. He's always even in like, you remember that old show The Shield? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, he was great in that, and that's when I first saw him, and I just kind of follow him around. Like Justify was good, he was in
in the Yard.
Those
he didn't get that.
Hey, the pencil topper caught it.
Those two seasons him and McBride did on Vice Principals
that was fucking great.
That was real great.
That was hysterical. I mean, that was surprisingly good, and it was really short. There weren't a lot of them, but that was funny as hell.
By the way, can we spend some more time talking on the fact that the Diamondbacks have had Eovaldi on the ropes the entire game and haven't scored once across? I mean, they have literally they have Pedro Serrano and left a small village on the bases.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're beating themselves. I mean, they really are. It's like,
how do you take a fastball for strike 3 on that last at bat?
How do you take anything? How do you take anything?
That was too close to take. I mean, that obviously was too close to take.
That's what you're taught to look for.
Nice pitch. Gallen's looking good though. However, the other side of the coin.
Wherever that hitting guru
he's got no hitter. He hasn't given up a hit.
Who said,
"Oh boy,
you flip the count 0-2 and make it 2-0."
Oh yeah, flip the count.
Rocco.
Well played, Rocco.
Oh man.
When you say Rocco, we were all fighting.
I didn't say anything.
He's throwing a no-hitter.
Oh.
He just said it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Son of a biscuit.
Wait, really?
Well, now you're not allowed to throw no hitters anymore. So, are you jinxing it if you can't go 9 innings?
Is that 46 pitches?
That's
If the starter's still in the game, you're jinxing it.
And I mean, Lovello doesn't want to fucking go to that pen again. So
he's got to go deep. I mean, but
he doesn't have to do shit right now.
Yeah,
he's got his UNC Jordans on, so that'll help.
Those are terrible. You cannot wear those.
And his Apple TV remote glove.
And I think those were actually the first model when Jeter actually started wearing
those.
Yeah, it was that one. I want to say those are 6s or. My Jordan game isn't that good, but those are definitely.
Your Jordan game's about as good as your iPhone 4S game.
It's not up,
Jesus
the best.
Christ. Best. Oh,
the pencil top is got.
Oh shit!
Right, Glendon. We did a good job keeping quiet there.
Rocco was holding his breath right there. Rocco was holding his breath.
Yep.
It was like, it works. It really works.
Kind of that triangle out there in that park.
Would be the first time I've done shit like that.
If you look closely, I believe there's a guy in the our favorite section behind home that has earmuffs on.
Shut up.
Well, you know something? I'd rather a guy with earmuffs than fucking bananas or those shirtless motherfuckers. I mean, like, you can't. I mean, people are dropping what? It's got to be $20,000 to sit back there, and you're going to sit back there and act like an idiot.
Yeah.
Come on.
Does have
that crew in game, what was it? Game 3. That was bad. The
Yeah,
crew back
was that-
there.
was that-
Buckeyes guy.
Was that the
Yeah,
guys with the
Hawkeyes.
shirts?
Oh.
Yeah.
And here is the movie extra up to bat.
Yes.
Baseball movie extra.
Yes, that's a great call. That is a great call. He's
Speaking
sitting
of
on the bench,
baseball
right?
movies,
Sitting on the
I'll
bench
show-
by
I wanna-
Dorn's talking to Serrano. You'll see him sitting on the bench, rocking back and forth, rooting
Why
on
is
the
everything?
fellas.
Why is everything so tight too? Like,
And Joe West sitting back there.
Ooh.
It's rough.
There's a guy with a lot of chin sitting behind the plate.
those headphones, kid might have tinnitus or something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything more.
He swung at that. Oh, they said he didn't go. I thought he went. Anybody else think he went right there?
I think that
Yeah, no, I don't think he went.
Oh, come on. That's a swing.
I
no
miss the
pictures.
days
Of course
when
he
it
went.
used to just be hand movement, and they call it a go.
I swear that I thought that was a thing in the big leagues for the last few years. It looked like it calmed down this past year, but it used to be if they moved, it seemed like for the last 3 or 4 years that it was definitely called a swing.
That's how I got my
don't know
first
why.
strikeout.
Nice.
I don't know why he even thought about swinging right there. He need hit somebody on base, mess him up a little bit.
When did Will hit the invisibility button?
I don't know.
It's because I got AirPods, dog. I'm cool.
I know. Oh wow! Wait, what did I just hit?
Dude, you got a brick wall, but Pink
Brick.
Floyd.
Well, yes, you beat me to it.
I got 80s hip hop brick wall right now. Apparently,
You need a little
Glendon
paint
gone.
on there.
and some Beastie Boys action. Hold on, I will be right back. I just went to. All right, talk among yourself.
Rocco has taken more pee breaks than he'd like to mention. Has he got a? Is there a problem there?
Rocco must have a
Prostate? Something?
what was the
That's
sweater
exactly what
made
that
of?
was.
What was the sweater made of in Seinfeld where they thought the money guy was on coke? Then it was the sweater.
Oh.
What the heck was the
Yeah,
sweater?
yeah.
Mole hair.
Yeah, mole hair.
Rocco must be sitting next to a mole hair sweater or something. He gets that.
Hey, we were talking about baseball extras, baseball movie extras. I got an interesting one for you. The Naked Guy interviewed him for Ball 9, one of the articles, but the batter when Leslie Nielsen, Frank Drebin's the home plate umpire,
Jay,
the batter for the Angels
was
is
it Jay?
batter for the Angels is Ernie Banks' son during all that.
Wow.
Really?
No
Pretty
shit.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Wasn't one of the Dodgers guys actually Jay Johnstone in that too?
Jay
Yeah,
Johnson
Jay
was in
Johnstone.
that, yeah.
Right.
Mine isn't
And they,
quite as cool as Ernie Banks' son, but a guy that I played
Yeah.
with briefly in the minor leagues was one of the guys on the bench when they shot Major League 2, which I believe they shot parts of it at
Baltimore.
Camden Yards.
Yeah, Camden Yards.
Yeah, and Steve Lyons was his name, not Psycho Lyons, but he was one of the guys in dugout. And he had a brief pro career. Probably could be a guru, if you will, nowadays with his pro career.
Yeah, that was like that came out my sophomore year of college, the beginning. And a friend of mine from high school played one of the groupies for Wild Thing. It was one of the guy groupies. He's one of the guy groupies.
Oh boy.
That was crazy.
That's great. Yeah, Joey Banks, Ernie Banks' son that's his job. He's a casts baseball parts in movies. He's super interesting. So he casts himself too. He played in the minor leagues.
Oh, cool.
But he played second base. He played second base in Brewster's Millions on Richard Pryor's team.
No way.
And
Awesome.
and he put
Which is
himself up
your
at bat
favorite
for all-
baseball movie?
Yeah.
Right?
And he put himself up at bat for all the Frank Drebin stuff. So when you see that, that's Ernie Banks' kid.
Enrico Palazzo.
Right?
He only cast himself in the great movies. I'm assuming he didn't cast himself in Angels in the Outfield.
I tell you what, as I go get this other beer, a tip of my cap to Gallon so far. He's been outstanding.
Awesome.
He's been outstanding.
Yes, he's great.
Rumor has it he's throwing a no-hitter.
Tip your cap, please.
Choice. American number earned 5 times miles on flights. Going up.
Coach Premium.
On hotels through Capital
You
One
know
Travel.
what? there was another story I had from the Brewers. Glendon, you had to be there. Oh yeah, it was in Philly. It's at Old Veteran Stadium. Do you remember? It was like August because I had pitched the day before, and somebody, I don't know who did this. I think it was Richie, came up with this idea. They got the Fanatics keys to his 3-wheeler. Do you remember that? And he taped it to the ball. Taped it to a ball, and somebody fungled it to the center field wall on that turf. And it was like literally the game was starting. And the guy, the Fanatic was trying to figure out where the hell are my keys to move that 3-wheeler. And he was in a panic. And then he put 2 and 2 together. You could see it working in his head.
I do remember that.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That key is stuck to that ball, isn't it? Like he didn't say it, but obviously you couldn't hear it. And that was so funny. Somebody fungled it to the center field wall.
I forgot about that.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
That was good.
It was awkward because literally everybody was coming onto the field, and that 3-wheeler was just parked because the key was in center field. That was one of the best, man. That was funny.
That's awesome.
Worship you, man. Who did that, Wade? I missed the beginning there.
I think that was a Richie Sexton deal right there.
Probably.
That's that, right? He was one of those quiet, clever guys too.
Yeah.
I remember one time in spring training, Glenn and you had to be on that team because you were there for most of my Cubbies time, and we rolled into Phoenix Municipal against Oakland in spring training, and we roll in and the A's are already taking batting practice, and there's like a GMC Yukon or a Chevy Tahoe parked in right field with huge yellow and green painted rims. And like, what's going on? And apparently somebody had stolen Nick Swisher's keys and painted his wheels yellow and green. Drove it out right before BP started. Everybody's laughing, and BP starts, and they'd thrown the keys and hidden them. But we walk in and we watch, and it's Swisher just jumping in front, just trying to keep everything from hitting his car.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Oh my God, the stories are starting to roll now because I just thought of another. That made me think of one when I was with the Giants. Spring training 2005. So Kirk Reeder just bought a brand new Mercedes, right? Can't even imagine what the price he paid for it. Super expensive. And Jason Schmidt used to be the biggest prankster too. And Jason Schmidt got the keys to the Reeder's Mercedes, parked it in the corner by the spring training complex. Wrote on the windshield, $5,000 or best offer. This thing's brand new. It's hardly got any mileage. He put $5,000 or best, and put Woody's phone number, his actual cell phone number, on the windshield. After the workout, Woody said it had to be not less than 100 voicemails. People wanted to buy his car.
$5,000.
Yeah, $5,000 or best. Man, he was fuming.
Wait, who did this to Reeder? Who did it to Reeder?
Jason Schmidt. So apparently, I don't know how I got this reputation for being a guy that was in on this stuff or would come up with pranks. So Woody comes up to me. He goes, "Wait, yeah." He was steamed. I couldn't believe he was mad. He said, "Wait, I'll give you $2,000 right now if you take a shit in his shoes. You take a shit in his shoes right now. I'll give you $2,000." I was like, "You give me the $2,000 first, dude. Give me the $2,000 first."
Yeah, that's you're smart. You want that up front before you.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't shitting in that shoe first.
Well, I mean, honestly, the question remains: did you crap in a shoe?
Right.
No, I wouldn't give me the $2,000.
There you go.
Yeah,
but you would have, is what you're saying, is for
$2,000. That's worth it.
Yeah, that's true. I grab on anything.
Change up there.
We did that for free to a guy who in AAA who was very fond of himself, and he kept getting shoes and he kept showing them off in the minor leagues.
Oh God!
He was like, "Oh, my agent always gives me great stuff," and so he took one of his boxes and then filled that box for him, and then wrapped it up like it was a FedEx present, and got to watch him open that, which was very pleasurable.
Like trick or treat, right?
Oh, what a treat! What's in the box? What's in the box?
He's like, it's a box. It's a box. He
Oh,
opened it
what's
and
in the
was
box?
displeased. And it
Right.
was
Excuse me while I pee. I will leave you with Rob Manfred. Keep going.
Wow. He got to be looking right on that corner to take that pitch.
All right, guys. Hey, I got to take off. I've had family just show up, so peace out. Enjoy the rest of the way.
I will.
I'll leave you with the poop in the box story.
I'm going to go on.
Going out on top like George Costanza.
Absolutely. Grapefruit in the eye.
Costanza.
I tell you what, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. Was always a Kramer guy back in the day. Hated George. Now, and I watch the reruns being in New York, it's still on all the time. I appreciate George as the best character in the show.
He's such a good actor.
He made you hate him, but that was the whole point, and he was tremendous at it. And he's just by far, I think, the best character on the show.
You're not exactly wrong.
Yeah,
my wife actually just sent me an old Letterman clip where Larry David, who obviously was the George character when he first started writing for Seinfeld and doing that, right. he was telling the story of being at Saturday Night Live and them not using any of nice piece of hitting by Walker there, not using any of his ideas or for any of the skits and all that, and he lost his shit, and then talked to a friend, and it was basically the episode where George did the same thing, where they were in the meeting, he loses his shit, he goes and talks to Jerry, they come up with the idea that just show up to work on Monday. What's the worst that can happen? And that's exactly what Larry David did at Saturday Night Live, and acted like, what do you mean? I was kidding. That was all an act. So that story and that episode is actually a true story in a roundabout way. Yeah. I believe it was real estate, right? It was real estate that George was doing at the time.
Initially, yep.
Did you guys ever come across Seinfeld at Shea when you were out there? I mean, it was always
awesome. Great question. He threw out a first pitch. It had to be 98. I want to say it was, and he wanted to do it so to the being a pitcher and being a relief pitcher. He wanted to come in from the bullpen and have them call him and then him come into the bullpen, and he's asking me, should I put the jacket over my arm? Should I wear the jacket? Should I take the jacket off? Should I have the bat boy come and get the jacket? He was like so into playing it up, and he ended up doing the jacket on the arm, running in with the jacket on the arm, and having the bat boy come out and grab the jacket as he reached the infield and went in to throw his first pitch. But I was the guy that he kind of batted off the ideas as to what he wanted to do before he threw the first pitch, which I thought was awesome that I got to spend some time with one of the greatest, the best sitcom of all times in my eyes, but one of the better comedians of our generation, of our lifetime, for sure.
Definitely right there. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm watching Ivaldi right now.
I went to Seinfeld night at Dodger Stadium, and Newman threw out the first pitch.
Hello, Newman.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're on from 11 to midnight every night out here on the island.
Yeah. Sorry, Wayne, I cut you off there.
Oh, no.
There it is. Warm fuzzies.
Yeah, that pitch, how Ivaldi was just now pitching to Pham. He didn't want to pitch to contact right there. He
remember that. You remember that long ball from game one?
Yeah, that's that old thing about, you pitch to get people out, you don't pitch not to get people out. Or you don't pitch not to get hit. You know what I mean? You pitch to get people out.
Yeah, but with an open base, though, nobody hurt here. Give him a
He
little
was
breath.
definitely
I'm
being
sure that's
very
probably what he's
careful.
telling him. I'm just giving you a little breath here. Let's get ahead, attack. We'll get this guy.
I actually think Gurriel's he's been really comfortable at the plate tonight. From what I've seen,
He's had a pretty solid series too.
This is where his brother hits that ball over the second baseman's head in these situations. For the Astros the last few years, he'll hit that right center gap and score 3 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell Eovaldi didn't want any part of Pham right there. He was just not wanting to get him to swing. But I don't know. Gurriel's been really comfortable at the plate tonight.
Careful with that slider away, him hitting it over the second baseman's head.
I mean, he got on top of a high fastball, got a base hit out of it.
No.
I mean, I don't know, man. He could be locked in right now.
Uh-oh.
Swinging a bad pitch. Tried to pull a bad pitch.
He got away with a shit pitch right there.
Yeah, that was a bad pitch. That's the pitch he could have hit right over the second baseman's head.
Yeah.
He was waiting for that pitch to break. It didn't break.
No, it was the old cement mixer, like we've been saying.
You know who else didn't swing it those well? The ones that just stopped breaking like that, back up. Pujols, he couldn't hit those. I think his eye was so good that he would see the pitch right away and just swing where the break was and miss it. Because I got him to swing a couple bad swings on back up breaking balls. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm like, okay, his vision must be so good. He already knows what that pitch is going to be, and he swings there, and the ball's not there because of the crap pitch.
We keep losing people.
Glendon did an Irish goodbye on us.
Did he?
Glendon just said "fuck you" and just what?
He did the Ted
He
Lasso.
said he only had about 1 inning left, and that was 2 innings ago.
He did the Ted Lasso.
I know Will said he had some people coming over, so I know he lasted a little longer than I had expected. But
did Glendon say he had to step out too?
I don't know. Maybe Glendon lost a bet there. I don't know.
That was
He's
it.
pissed.
He's breaking shit right now.
I should have bet on fucking a no-hitter.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
I've never seen anything like it. Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% back.
Glendon.
Glendon's out.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Rocco's out.
Rocco will be back.
I'll just on a beer run. I'll be right back.
Will and Glendon pulled 5 and dives on us. Tell him that.
Rocco's got that prostate problem, man.
That means it's working.
To tell him 5 and dive.
All right, cool. I'm gonna bring in fucking my buddy Dan Tion.
This for me?
If you like speaking to this.
If you really want to get serious, you can bring my wife in. She can tell you how full of crap I am. Uh-oh.
Football on Fox. Texas on Big News Saturday. Unbelievable. Then 2 hours.
Tell him stand. We should tell him standing ovation on the leave there in the 5th inning.
Yeah, he made it 5. He made it. Yeah, that's great right there.
5 and dive.
Go ahead, Bill. Do it, man. That's all your idea. That's a great one. That is a great one. That's good. Standing over. Beautiful.
Only the true maniacs left, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, now it's gonna get weird because we'll bring in Tion, and then we'll
Tion's coming in.
Not Louis. Dan, my buddy, it's his son. But you never know. I mean, I just sent them the link. Maybe we get Louis in here to just.
I told you the stories about my connection with Louis Tion, right?
No, I don't know. No.
When I was a young minor leaguer, I'm talking like extended spring training. So before I had even went to go play in Pittsfield, which at the time was short season A ball. So they do a spring training after spring training, which is called extended spring training. So that's all the young guys, Latin guys that had just signed. high school guys that are waiting for the summer league to start. Louis Tiant, well, the Mets and the Dodgers shared the clubhouse, the minor league clubhouse for extended spring, and Tiant was a coach with the Dodgers at the time.
Really?
This is a spring training thing, so it's in the morning, it's early, and we were young, so obviously a lot of these times we were a little bit hungover, maybe sitting there.
What was he doing with the Dodgers?
He was a coach.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't think he had any.
He was a coach, and obviously like a rookie ball coach, lower level. But he would sit outside in the Mets clubhouse, minor league clubhouse. There's like a walk-in area that's about a 15, 20-foot wide area with like cement benches with padding on them. And he would sit there every single morning and sit outside and just hold court and tell stories about his playing career and the people that he played against and all that. And I used to just go out there and sit there as a 17, turning 18-year-old kid and listen to Louis Tiant tell old big league stories. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world to sit there with a guy that I really didn't get to see pitch a whole lot because he was so unique.
We're all a little too young, just a little bit.
But he was so unique about his pitching style and that he was so well known.
The crazy thing is, what was it, 1968? Bob Gibson.
Great year.
Year of the pitcher.
Year of the pitcher. But I think Tiant's ERA that year himself, and he was with Cleveland back then. It was like, what did he throw, like a 1.6 or something like that? I mean, and he didn't win the Cy Young because Denny McLain won 30 fucking games.
130 games, right.
Yeah. He led the league with 9 shutouts that year.
Nine
shutouts.
And the crazy thing about Louis is that, 187 complete games. I mean, the guy was just a fucking warrior, man. And probably the coolest windup I've ever seen.
Right up there, for sure. Right up there.
That's like, it was the ultimate wiffle ball fucking lineup.
I played with Hideo. I played with Hideo, and I would always sit there and watch and think to myself, and I'm sure Tiant's very similar in this aspect as well, is how in the hell did you ever come up with that? Like, at what level, and at what point, and how old were you? And I should have asked Hideo that, because that would have been a great question.
But the Japanese guys definitely have. The Japanese guys always have that little hesitation. It seems like.
Yeah, remember Hideo did the big step backwards and
then just stop
way back over the head, and then he would rotate all the way back around, and then come back around. Hideo Nomo,
Nomo was a beast, man. Absolutely,
great teammate too, man. One of the nicest.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how was he as a teammate?
I had him in '99. With the whole year with the Brewers, and then in 2001 briefly played with him in Boston. And crazy in '99, he got the whole team Sega Dreamcasts right before they all came out. So they all got the game
really?
Yeah.
That's you know what, those Japanese motherfuckers. I'll tell you. It's when I remember we went on tour. We did like a little 2-week thing through Japan. So we're playing, and it was mostly like Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka. Major cities that we played in. But was that off the top of his foot?
Right at the ankle.
Oh, that hurts. But the technology even then. I mean, we're talking 1997.
Well, I was just about to tell a story.
Yeah, and I mean, I bought all kinds of shit. I bought a camera. I bought all this shit over there. And then I got it back here, and I couldn't do anything with it for like 2 years.
Right.
It was like,
well, he would sit on the plane, and he had these glasses that the lenses were actually smaller than this. They looked almost similar to like the glasses that you wear when you go sun tanning. Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but they just
like those little
covered the the circles of your eyes. And he would just sit there and not move while you're on the plane. And I would ask him, like, Hideo, what do you got there, man? Let me check that out. And he was watching movies. And you would put these glasses on, and it would look in your vision like you were sitting in front of
that's crazy.
A movie screen. It was that big, and it was insane. And he would sit there just not even moving, and insane. And this was 1999, 1999.
1999.
Yeah.
1999.
the technology. It looked like you were sitting in the movie theater. It was insane.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Super nice guy, man. I have a crazy story with him too. At Shea Stadium, I was doing a little flat ground work with him right at the end of batting practice, and I was catching him. And when you're a pitcher catching guys throwing, you like to show your catching and framing skills.
Yeah.
You're snapping everything and trying to make everything look really cool. And he threw me a 4-seam fastball, and it was a little up. And I decided I was going to snap it real quick and, make it look nice, bring it down into the strike zone.
No.
And I whiffed on the ball.
You were going to say.
I whiffed on the ball.
Oh, no.
Luckily, I did have my hat on. I didn't take my hat off, and I didn't turn it around. I kept it with tilt forward.
So lucky,
and
man.
It 50-50'd my bill of my cap, where the ball didn't even hit me somehow. But it bent my cap back. And me and him both had this crazy look on our faces.
Absolutely.
Like looking right at each other. And I was like, I'm okay.
Oh,
because he was like a spin rate guy before they talked about it, where he threw one of those fastballs that it stayed on plane, And his 88, 89, 90 played like it was
fucking real.
Yeah. I mean, I think his mechanics were built for that too.
Oh, 100%.
I think that was what his mechanics were all about, creating that spin.
The spin.
Played perfectly with his splitter.
He was filthy, man.
Wayne, when were you with the Yankees? 07?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay. So wait, Rabu wasn't there. Did they have any of the Japanese guys pitching when you were there?
No, not pitching. We had.
You had Matsui.
Godzilla, man. That guy's awesome.
What the hell is that like?
Yeah, he was awesome.
That guy was. I loved fucking Matsui, man.
Yeah, awesome dude,
I didn't
man.
play with any Asian player that I didn't get along with or
absolutely
felt like a friendly, nice guy. Not one guy. Every single one of them was cool people, wanted to be part of our culture and that. And I was always the type of guy, because I played so much winter ball and that. Wherever I went, I wanted to really engrave myself in their culture and be part of the guys, and be like them, to do what they do,
That rocks. Oh wait, hey, look, we have our first guest of the evening. Dan Tiant is here, and you're going to have to tell that story, Bill, to Dan about L.A., because I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Tiant. And one can only ask, what the hell is in that mug?
It's hot chocolate, man. It's cold out here.
You're in Florida, dude.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up, Rocco? How are you? It's St. Augustine. It's chilly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's one of those 6 days of the year that it's 40 degrees.
Yeah, we got a cold front coming in. It's fire pit weather.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shorts and a hoodie, man. Shorts and a
hoodie. That's it. So.
Dan, Rocco. We got Bill Pulsifer up there.
Hey,
Wayne
Bill,
Franklin over here. A couple of lefty lunatics.
Yep.
Doing this with us. And Bill was just telling a story about your dad.
What was it?
When I first signed, I was in Met originally, and I was 17, 18 years old. Your father was coaching with the Dodgers in rookie ball.
Great ball.
And we had extended spring training in St. Lucie, and we shared the clubhouse with the Dodgers. And your father, who obviously was a baseball legend, and me being not just a pro, but somebody who grew up idolizing baseball players and knowing the baseball history, I wanted to be around and hear what he had to say. But he would sit outside every morning, and there was this little area where you walked in that had concrete benches with padding on it. He'd be out there every single morning, out there kind of just holding court, telling stories, telling his beliefs on the game, and just and I thought it was awesome, and I kind of made sure that I was out there as much as I possibly could to try to hear Louis Tiant stories. So it was pretty damn cool.
Cool. Yeah, he's
something I look back as a youngster remembering fondly, very fondly.
It's really cool to hear that, because and I hear it a lot from a lot of former ball players, because that's what he loves to do. He loves to hold court, loves to sit there and talk, and
he does
teach the young.
And he's good at it.
Yeah, he really is, and he just loves to talk to the young kids and kind of show them the way. So it's awesome to hear that, man.
Yeah.
How's Viejo doing?
Oh, Viejo's doing pretty good.
Good.
He, I was just with him for about a week, and he's just doing his thing.
Is he coming up on the ballot this year?
He should be.
He's got to get in. He's got to get in.
Anything about that?
Absolutely.
Rocco.
Rocco's froze.
Rocco.
He's just locked
Oh no,
in.
my first.
Rocco's locked. He's just locked in.
He is
Am
absolutely.
I here or no?
Yeah. Would you know anything about it? I know I talked to the guys from the New York Hall of Fame, and they said that he.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. His era is up on the ballot next year. So this year is like executives and other type of people. So next.
Oh, really?
That's not every year. They switch back and forth. Is that why, like Joe West and?
Yeah, that's this year. So next year's committee is the pre-1980s players.
I would
so
say you might have to do that.
I would think that
it must be so hard to get candidates every year in and year out. You gotta kind of spread it out a little bit.
I mean, you got to spread it out. I mean, I understand the spreading out part, but there are a lot of players that should be in or nominated regularly. I think that's why they're doing the spreading, eras. But you talk about my dad, he falls in two different eras. So
yeah,
it's, I don't know. They moved him around so many times that he lost, I think, like 3-4 years of eligibility at one point where, we'll skip you this year because you're in the golden era. And you skip you this year because you're in the modern era. So it's kind of ruined it for him in the last, I'd say 3-4 years. But
he's pissed about it too, isn't he? I mean, he's like, fuck it.
Wayne, you'll like this next pitch. Wayne, don't miss this next pitch.
Oh,
is it gonna piss me off?
No.
Oh, Cutter. He's backdoor to Cutter right there.
Because he's been running that thing left to right, and he just brought it right to left on him and frozen pizza.
That is a big league pitch right there. Dude.
That was a good pitch.
That's big time right there.
Hitter thinks that ball's sinking off the plate.
Yeah.
And it goes the opposite direction. That's what we call making X's at the dish right there.
Yeah.
That's what the hitter's doing.
You got to tip the cap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's nothing you can fucking do with that.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, I think that Hall of Fame ballot's going to be real interesting with your dad. I think it's going to be your dad, Thurman Munson. I think Dick Allen's going to be on the ballot.
Oh man!
So they do.
That's like overload. I mean, like you have to.
It's
like,
tough. It's
like all three guys should be in. It's that simple. All three guys should be in.
No question about it.
And I mean, so you're gonna make them choose? That's kind of fucked up. It's like asking what my favorite toe is. You know what I mean? It's
it should
like
just be a yes or no.
Yeah.
Not it's got to be one or the other.
Obviously, Dan. Obviously, your dad and Munson, I think, should be in. But I mean, Dick Allen needs to be in too. I mean, all these guys.
I think Dave Parker's going to be on that ballot too.
Dave Parker. I mean, Jesus.
His 30 for 30 was very good too. While we're speaking,
yeah, it was pretty good.
30 for 30.
Very good one.
His was outstanding.
I mean, Billy's talking about an overload. Now you're waiting around making these guys wait so long. Now there's a major overload on players that they're still going to screw over.
Dick Allen already passed away.
Yep.
I mean, Dave Parker, I interviewed him a couple of years ago. I mean, he's got Parkinson's. I mean, like it doesn't make sense to make these guys fucking wait.
No.
Dan, I like what your dad said to me when I did the show with him. When he's like, look what they did to Ron Santo. It's fucked up. I mean, like, it just don't make them wait to put him in. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
We've done that with so many guys. You look at Santo, you look at Dick Allen.
Dick Allen, exactly, yeah.
You look at, Mignoso was another one that they were talking about.
Yeah.
Mignoso, yeah.
There's just the list goes on, and you can't control something like Thurman, but all these other guys, they're still around. Let them enjoy it.
Give them their flowers.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's true. And I like the way your dad looks at it too, which is, if they put me in after I fuck that, don't go.
Oh, he flat out told us don't even go.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I don't want any people. I don't want anybody in my family going. He goes, fuck them. I don't care. done. That's great, but what's the purpose? What's the purpose at that point to induct somebody who's already passed? That's like he says, it's for the family to go, and I get it. It's a great honor, but I mean, it's something you want to enjoy while they're still living.
100%.
Yeah.
And what's changed? If you look at my dad's numbers, I was just reading this the other day. He's one of the few that every year his numbers went down.
Wow.
And nobody understood why. My dad's, when it came to the Hall of Fame eligibility.
Galen's curveball.
And he started out really high. He started out high, where for the most part, once you start high like that, you're just going to continue to go up.
You think?
No sense. The numbers stay the same, but why is next year a little bit higher in popularity? I get it. You don't want the first ballot Hall of Famers and all that stuff. But in his case, because of his career, and when everybody retired, it was pretty much a big effect.
Beautiful.
He was losing ground. So I don't know.
Good job, Rocco.
No, I agree.
What's the statute of limitations on that? Did I?
It's already. It doesn't matter.
You're out of it.
It doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter when. You did it.
How old is your father now?
82.
82. Healthy?
For the most part, yeah. He had a big health scare last 2 years. He had a couple of health scares, but he's.
I hope you can share that little story. I'm sure he won't remember who I am, Bill Polster.
I will.
At least share the story with him.
Definitely will.
There's a guy that's. This was
if he's bored, tell him to jump on.
So 31 years ago, I was sitting there listening to Louis Tion tell stories as an 18-year-old.
I definitely will. Yeah. He's doing good.
We got to get him on one of these. Dan, we got to get him on one of these. It's it'll be fucking great. Just I love listening to your dad talk about pitching. I could do that all day.
Let me know when you want to do that. I mean,
anytime. If he's awake, tell him to jump on down.
The wrong people vote for the Hall of Fame. The wrong people vote for the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
I mean, every player will tell you that
Players'
the Players' Choice Awards, man, the players love to get awards from that.
Yeah.
I think the players should have a hand in voting in their peers. And I think there's a lot more guys in there, man. I think
here's the thing, though. That's how fucking Harold Baines got in. I mean, the guys on the committee that year, I mean, it was his buddies, and so they voted him in. And I don't know if Baines should be in or not, but if Harold Baines is in the fucking Hall of Fame, Louis Tion should be in the goddamn Hall of Fame.
How about
and Thurman Munson absolutely should be in the Hall of Fame.
Dwight Evans.
I got a real good one. He led a decade. A decade in hits. Mark Grace
in the 90s.
Yeah.
You lead a decade in hits, and you're not in the Hall of Fame. You had more hits than anybody did in a decade.
Ridiculous.
You're not a Hall of Famer.
Look at who else is playing. You had Boggs and Gwynn were playing in the 90s too, and Gracie hit them both. Wow.
That's unbelievable. Actually, that's really crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah. I did not know that. I did not know that in the 90s, Mark Grace had more hits than Boggs and Gwynn.
Anyone.
I didn't know that. That's unbelievable.
And that's what blows my mind, that some of these stats that are just overlooked. I mean, part of the whole Hall of Fame thing is, did you dominate or not in your time? And I mean, he was.
Oh shit!
He was a great hitter. How do you overlook that?
I don't know. It's baffling.
Play D too.
Did either of you guys play with Mark Grace?
Played against.
How about pitching him?
He was looking to hit that.
I got a quick mark.
He was a hitter, looking to hit it over the shortstop's head.
Yeah.
Actually, when I got to first base, because he was when we went through this before, I got the 2 base hit bunts. One was Caminiti, and the other was in front of Grace. And I got to first base, and I told him, what an honor it was to be standing next to you. And he was really cool about it. He's like, you know what? Someday I'm going to be telling my grandkids that I got a chance to play against you, which I thought was
that's a cool thing. That's
pretty cool. He was very, very cool about it.
That's a cool thing.
I got a quick Mark Grace story that ties in with the spitballing this week. Matt Cada is my guest, and he grew up a huge Mark Grace fan, and then ended up playing with him in Arizona. So and as a rookie, he got off to this real hot start, and Dan Patrick had Matt Cada as a guest on the Dan Patrick Show. So he asked the question, you're up in the majors for the first time, kind of what's your highlight? Matt Cada kind of wanted to say like, hey, I used to love Mark Grace and now I'm playing with him type of thing. The way he said it was, I can't believe that I'm sitting there and watching Mark Grace in the shower, taking the pine tar off his hands and just being a dude. And I turned into, wait a second, you're in the major leagues, Dan Patrick, you're in the major leagues, and your best memory so far is watching Mark Grace in the shower. So, it ended up being like a soundbite on the Dan Patrick Show. I like to watch Mark Grace in the shower. And, his ball, so
was he a no batting gloves guy? Great.
Yeah, he was a no batting gloves.
Yeah, he was
a no batting.
You might have seen him peeing on his hands, right? Like
Posada allegedly used to piss all over his hands.
Moises Alou. I played with him.
He was a hand urinator as well.
Yeah.
Hey, you talk about an underrated hitter. Absolutely underrated hitter, man. He was so good. So good.
Wait, you played for his dad in San Francisco, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, nice.
Were there any other Alous around?
Not when I was there.
Will can't get enough. He's rapid fire and texting in our thread.
Is he?
Tell him to stay out. Tell him to stay out. He
Tell
made his bed.
Go get back in the shower. I'm going to tell him. Go.
Well, according to so the message from Will Oman is very simple. They should have had Ginkel ready for the second hitter, at least for the third. Pull him.
He's bitter.
I thought he should have been out after the first guy got on, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's there's no tomorrow. You can't really.
And he's coming off a bunch of.
You can't wait on this one.
He'd reached his limit for the night,
Oh, Gallen?
Yeah.
Gallen had a no-hitter going. I mean, come on. I mean, what, through six? He pitched a hell of a game, but you got to have somebody ready. You got to have somebody ready.
0-0 game, you better have somebody ready.
We're pulling a guy in the second inning yesterday. In the seventh inning of a must-win game, my starting pitcher gives up a hit. I got to get him out.
Lead off.
Yeah, you got to get him the hell out of there.
Got to get him out.
Lead off hitter. Yeah. You got to have somebody up.
He did his job. Now, granted, it was in another era, it would have been the 7th or the 8th, but that's not the way the game's played anymore.
I know, yeah. I mean, but again, this is also why we love fucking Louis Theon on Ball 9. Is just imagine somebody trying to take your dad out.
You wouldn't want that. I mean, they wanted to win the game. So that was it.
Yeah, but he ain't coming out. He's gonna get out of the jam and he's gonna win the game.
Try free.
You
want to get out of your own jam.
A lot of pitches over the middle in that inning for Gallen.
What is that?
I'm going to try in real
a lot of
Dan.
pitches over the middle in that inning from Gallen. He had been nipping the corners all night, and he was over the middle of the plate in that inning.
True.
Rocco,
I want to go back to Dan with the Hall of Fame stuff with his dad. I was just looking some stuff up. You're exactly right. I'd never seen this. He had 30% of the vote his first year. So he was above Hall of Fame. Ron Santo on the ballot. Minnie Minoso, he got more votes. Joe Torre, he got more votes than all those guys. Same amount as Bill Mazeroski, who ended up in the Hall. So he was 30% his first year and then dropped down to 10% in year two. I don't think I ever saw such a huge drop
That's
off.
bizarre. How did that even happen?
Because I guess Yastrzemski, Bench, Gaylord Perry, and Fergie Jenkins all came on the ballot at the same time.
Oh, so they got
and Jim Cott.
So what? You can't
well,
vote.
Cott had to wait until last year to get in.
Guys.
So I don't get that.
You shouldn't limit guys.
Yeah, I don't think I really love the 10 vote limit.
No.
I think that's the issue.
And he deserves
because you're going to leave a guy off, and then like
Hall of Famers, there should be 1,000 Hall of Famers.
Well, think about it. I mean, it's like you look at a guy like Gary Sheffield or something like that, and it's like everybody's like, "Oh, I'll vote for him next year. I'll vote for him next year." And you know what? You don't get in, and that's bullshit. I mean, Gary Sheffield, in my eyes, is a Hall of fucking Famer.
100 homers.
Well, I mean, also if you look at like if you talk to just any ball player like us, and you talk about Louis Tiant, and you mention that he's not in the Hall of Fame, people go, "Wait a minute, he's not in the Hall of Fame?" Yeah,
well, Dan, yeah,
sure.
Dan, you know the thing I sent you, which is I was standing. I was at the winter meetings last year. I'm sitting there talking to Dave Stewart. I'm just bullshitting with Dave Stewart, and we're both waiting for our Ubers, and somehow Louis Tion came up, and he's like, "What do you mean he's not in the Hall of Fame?"
Exactly what I'm saying.
That was a great video.
That's what I'm talking about.
Video.
Yeah. So I said that, so he's like, "Yo, hit record on your phone, man." I was like, "All right," and I loved it, but he was incredulous about the fact that Louis not in the Hall of Fame. He was pissed.
A lot of people
he was fucking pissed.
Every time I have a post up there.
I love the amount of credit that Stu gave to your father for what he taught him, right? From that video that you sent, how much he felt like he learned from Louis Tion and how to be a ball player.
And Stuart's awesome. I love Smoke's a bad motherfucker. I loved him watching him growing up.
Absolutely.
And
he won 20 games 5 years in a row, didn't he?
Unfucking real.
Unreal.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Unreal.
I mean, Dave Stewart was
Rocco,
bad.
Dave Stewart, five years in a row, 20 game winner.
I'm getting a beer. I'll be right back. Talk baseball.
The only time, let's see, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, he had 5 years in a row.
It was 5 in a row.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. He was a workhorse.
Yeah, he was. Nasty split finger.
Nasty.
4 in a row.
4
in a row.
What was the amount of wins on either side of the 4?
It's crazy. Nope. Sorry. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Computer. So he went his first year in Oakland. He only went 9-5. He had never won really more than 9 games in a year.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in '87, he went 20-13, 20-12, 21-9, 22-11.
33 decisions. 33 decisions, probably in 35 starts. That's
37.
Yeah, he just
that
changed
means
his mindset.
that means you're going deep into every single game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he led the AL in starts 34 years in a row, those 4 years too, 37, 36, 36, 35.
Workhorse.
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to say, he's a workhorse, and he was just nasty. He was.
He was.
He went up against the best of every team, and he beat them.
Yes, he did.
He was just.
Yeah.
I used to love watching the matchups against Clemens. I thought those two going against each other was just awesome to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, two absolute gamers right there. Yeah. For sure.
Wait, you didn't play with Clemens at all, did you?
I did not.
Did you guys ever hear the story? I don't know if it's true or not. It hasn't been confirmed, but they said that Rocket used to rub Red Hot
on his balls.
Between his cock and between his balls and his ass.
Yeah. On his tape.
Absolutely.
I've heard that a few times. It's
a guy that was a trainer with them said that he'd have spikes on in the trainer's room in the clubhouse, and he was getting so fired up and getting ready, to do his delivery, and that he'd start digging with his spikes in the carpet, like he was digging in the mound, trying to get ready, when first pitch of a game or whatever, you got to kind of dig your little patch there for your cleats. They say,
and that's because his taint was on fire
in the trainer's room.
That's crazy.
Because his taint was on fire.
Yeah, his taint was on fire.
What was the weirdest thing you guys have seen? With let's say a starter, that you played with. What was the weirdest thing you ever saw these guys do before a game?
More mystery.
I thought it was strange, but I thought it was ingenious. Was Matt Morris would take a sanitary sock and put a baseball inside the sanitary sock, and then take the sock.
Long toss.
He would tape it around his wrist.
Yeah.
And he would hold the ball in the sock, and he would throw the ball because it was taped. The ball would stay in the sock, and he would push the ball back up into his hand.
Yep.
And that's how he would start his throwing program before
he
would go out.
You play catch without having to do it.
Play catch without having somebody to play catch with inside the clubhouse, just to start getting your arm loose.
Absolutely.
I thought it was ingenious, but it was a little strange the first time you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. Wayne, how about you?
Carl never really thought much of his credit scores.
I can't think of it because
scores to score more.
nobody did anything out in the open that I know of.
I think we all right, that's fair.
Yeah, that's what cracks me up about playing in the steroid era. I hear people now. Talking.
I wasn't trying to get into like hey,
it just made me think of it, and people now they're always talking about how big and strong the guys are and athletic. I'm like, you think you played in the biggest and strongest era?
I did.
I don't think so, bud. I can promise you didn't play in the biggest and strongest. No.
Random question: how did you guys do against some of those guys? Wayne, I know you played with Bonds, and
yeah, that was fun.
I mean, how did you guys fare against some of those guys that whether it's McGuire, whether it's Bonds, whether it's Sosa? Did they tattoo you guys, or did you get them out?
Big Mac was either 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 against me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Rocco's going to check in on this, but
I'm already doing it.
Right. I struck out Bonds on more than one occasion.
Dude, that's hard.
And more than one occasion.
How the fuck did you do that?
It is absolutely hard.
I couldn't. I threw my shit and he didn't hit it. Luckily, I think I gave up number 59 or 58, which was to break the National League record at the time, Hack Williams' record of 98 to Sosa, and I think I did fairly well against Big Mac.
Really?
Barry's on a different level, man. I'm telling you. I actually asked him how you pitched him.
Might have hit a home run off of me in a spring training game, though, if I remember correctly.
That doesn't count.
But I did strike him out more than once.
A special hitter, man. That's all I'm going to say about Barry.
What about playing with Bonds? I mean, like that must.
I loved him.
Was it as bad as the media wanted people to think?
No.
So they just had a grudge against him. That's all it was.
For certain. For certain.
Which is sad because the guy is literally, if not the best player of all time.
I'd say if I would have never even played an inning in 2004, that was the most fun I ever had watching a player in my life.
Oh God!
Really? Well, you had a hell of a seat.
Was that that was 73 home runs that year?
He hit like 43, but he won the batting title. It was the last MVP year. It was also the year he walked like 230 times.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's insane.
I think his OPS that year was close to 1,500.
That's
his on base.
Yeah, 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, because Giambi led the American League that year with a 410 on base, which is good, really great. Barry's was over 600. It was like nothing you'll ever see. And then he won the MVP. And then the next year I'm in New York, and A-Rod wins the MVP. And people ask me to compare that, and I'm like, you don't. There's no comparison of those two seasons. What Barry did, the craziest.
It pretty much shit all over anything A-Rod did.
Video game, man.
He was on his own. He was on his own universe.
I asked the guy. I said, Barry, you could hit 400, couldn't you? He goes, yep. He goes, they don't pay me to do that. They pay me to drive in runs.
Nice.
He was
a great hitter. I mean,
oh my God, he was so good. Yeah,
he was just. I mean, and he was fast, and he just had the. I mean, he just knew how to hit, man. I mean,
another thing was that was the year in 2004. He turned 40 that year.
That's fucked up.
He was 40 that year.
Bill, man, you're right. Bill, 11 plate appearances against Bonds, only 2 hits.
Congrats, Bill. That's big time right there.
Even more impressive is just 1 walk. The amount
of
time
shit.
Yeah,
nice.
That's pretty impressive.
When I was young, I wasn't.
Well done, Bill.
Older,
that's the tip of the cap right there, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's big.
2 Ks. 2 Ks.
2 Ks.
I don't know how many people can say that. I don't know how many people can say that, man.
I wear it as a badge.
Absolutely, you should.
Sure.
Hey, when you own somebody, you own somebody.
That's it.
Yeah, look up my numbers against Gary Gaetti, and we'll have a chuckle.
Did Gaetti fuck you up?
I still have nightmares. I think.
Too many fastballs, right?
Look, yeah. Look up my numbers against Chipper Jones, and we'll not so much.
Gaetti, man, you can't sneak cheese by a rat, dude.
No, you can't sneak cheese by a rat. Look at Chapman throwing a 2-seamer.
Dude, that thing cut. That thing cut at 101.
Yeah, because he can't.
Yeah, that was.
Sinks. He can't throw anything that sinks.
God bless him.
I gotta do.
That was just cheese.
That's a cut. That's a two-seamer and a cut.
That's, believe it or not, Wayne, believe it or not, that when I came up through the minor leagues, I held the ball two seams but cut it because I couldn't stay behind the ball. And that's part of the reason why my ball moves so freaking much.
Let me ask you something, Bill. I got a great question for you. I mean, because when you were coming up, like you were like the next big thing, like hugely. And it's unfair to put that on a young guy. But how do you deal with that? What did that feel like to have?
I'm going to be honest with you. The way that I dealt with it, because my ego was so freaking big, and I believed that about myself so much naively, that I just felt like it was the way that things were supposed to be honest with you. And unfortunately, I paid for it in a lot of different ways because of that. But that's the way that I kind of dealt with it, was because I felt like this is what I was going to be doing anyway, and this is kind of my plan from the beginning. Naive, very, very naive. Unfortunately,
well, that's a given. I mean, being young.
But I believed it anyway. I didn't have to have people telling me that.
Hard.
I thought that anyway.
That's got to be tough though, man. Like they probably rushed you and everything, and I don't know that, but
well, I mean, we had talked about it through text. Sure, I was 21 years old, but I had thrown 500 innings in the minor leagues already.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So I just believed it. I didn't have to have anybody telling me it. I thought it anyway.
Okay.
So
nothing scary about
stupid. But that's kind of how I just dealt with it. It was everything that I kind of expected coming through anyway. It's just kind of the way I felt. So I loved it. Hopefully, and looking back, hopefully I could have snuck under the radar a little bit more, maybe. But I thought
there's no way not being in New York. Yeah, being in New York, you weren't going to get away with that.
No, that's why I feel so bad for the young guys that come up now. Yeah, because I know what I kind of went through with the amount of hype that was going on, whether it was wrong, right, or what. Could you handle it? Couldn't you? And nowadays with things like this, social media and all that, and I use the NFL, the New York quarterbacks as a great example. Is you can't bring a quarterback to New York in the NFL and throw him in there year one and expect he's going to go out and win ball games.
Oh, the Jets are good.
It's not that easy, In the old days, quarterbacks would get 2 or 3 years behind and be an understudy, and then they'd become. Well, same kind of thing with the young pitching. Don't expect. Look at the numbers of Maddox, or not even Maddox. Let's look at Glavine and Smoltz when they first came up playing for the Braves, and they used to always tell us, you look to reverse your record in your third or fourth year, where you might be under 500 for your first and second year. Then you look in your third and fourth year to reverse those numbers, and then from there on, you kind of build yourself into your 5th year, 6th year, 7th year, and hopefully become a 10-year player. So it's not the way it is anymore. You're supposed to come up and you're supposed to take the team to the World Series right now. And that's why I think the Mets and the Yankees have a hard time developing young starting pitching.
There's no growth. They don't allow these kids to grow anymore.
No, you either do.
That's actually, you know what, Dan? I was going to ask you. I mean, you represent a bunch of young guys, and the expectations have changed completely.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Well, I hate it because I'll be honest with you. I mean, being in this side now of the business and seeing what it's like, it doesn't. I mean, look, you're gonna have your guys that are gonna be studs, and no matter what, they're gonna be great, and they'll come up after 1 or 2 years in the minors and tear it up. But you got to look at the big picture. And I've always said this. The same thing with like Perfect Game. When you talk about Perfect Game, they're always gonna put a Trout, a Harper. These guys made it to the big leagues. But now let's look at the number of players that failed, and I'm not saying failed, but never made it even to college ball. So now you look at that in a big league level, you're already a very special talent to be in the minors, to be signed, to be drafted. You're an even more special talent to get to the bigs. But how many of those guys actually have a lengthy career? It messes with their heads because you've dominated, you've been good for so long. You're not allowed to grow and develop. We got to put you up there because we drafted you in the first round. We drafted you in the third round. You're a stud. You got to be up there. And the first time that person gets hit and lit up, it fucks with their head.
Yeah,
you're not
ready. TV is that's very loud with the gas.
Only pay for what you need.
Probably Rocco's.
I always.
Is it? That's really loud.
No, I love you.
I use the
excuse.
the Yankees started winning the World Series every year, and that was a huge problem with my development, because the Mets have such a, I don't want to say inferiority complex, but little brother complex a little bit.
That is true, isn't it? I mean,
that when the Yankees started winning the World Series every year, that was no longer we're looking to develop coming off of the Mets teams of the early 90s into the mid 90s when I first came up, where they knew they were in a rebuilding process. That rebuilding process was sped up so quickly that the development of the young guys and allowing you to struggle a little bit and find your way that went right out the window.
Who was your manager when you came up with the
Dallas Green.
It was Dallas Green. Okay.
Yeah. R.I.P. Dallas.
Yep. Yeah. How'd you like him as a youngster? I know I've heard some people say some.
Yeah, I've heard.
I'll tell you this.
Mixed reviews.
I came up and I threw 7+ innings pretty much every single start for my first 17 starts before I hurt my elbow. It was actually my last one. I think I threw 6. So him being an old school guy, he loved me. We got along very, very well. I didn't have any problem with him. Looking back, I wish that he didn't let me throw 131 pitches my first start in the major leagues, and wish that maybe I didn't throw 3 complete games in my first few starts in the big league. But at the time, being an old school competitor in that, I just felt like, again, Wayne, that's just what I expected, So I had no problems with Dallas Green. I like Dallas. I liked him a lot because he was old school, and even though I was kind of young and quirky and goofy, I think I was more left-handed than it was just being a weirdo. That I was more of an old school type of approach to the game.
I'm sure the weirdo part didn't hurt.
Well, I'm left-handed, bro.
Oh, it helps in baseball, man. It helps. It helps to be a little crazy in baseball, dude.
You got to be a little crazy, I think.
Yeah,
you got to be a little crazy.
You got to be a little nuts.
It's almost like having an alter ego. If you can have that little separate part of you that stays out on the field, that's good for you. That's
I think
good.
I don't, I'm getting to know you a little bit, Wayne, and I think that's probably what made you the major league pitcher that you are, was having a little bit of an alter ego a little bit. I think for me, it was
on my shoulder.
Huh?
I had that. I did that, but I also had a chip on my shoulder.
Yeah, you said that. You did say that.
Yeah. I did that, and because I always felt like I had a lot to prove. I was drafted in 36th round, and did it matter to me? No, I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'll make it regardless.
That's awesome.
I didn't even know what I was going to get drafted as a first baseman, outfielder, or a pitcher. I really didn't.
Round.
And then I got drafted in 36th round by the Dodgers, but I knew the Dodgers were known for the pitching. So I was like, I'll learn some good shit here.
Right.
But then what I learned as a professional was I learned a lot about my body and mechanics and focusing on releasing the ball as opposed to throwing. And if you play baseball long enough, you get what that means. And I started learning how to pitch. And then I ran into some good guys, some smart guys. But there was always that chip, and I said, I'm going to make it regardless. And then I did my 3 years with the Dodgers, got Rule 5 by the Astros, was in the minor leagues for a year, and in the middle of the next year I was in the big leagues. But I still had a chip on my shoulder. I always carried that with me.
I love it.
That's wait, you got Rule 5, but
it wasn't big league Rule 5. It wasn't big league Rule 5.
Oh, okay.
AAA.
Yep.
So how many years did you play in the minor leagues before you made your debut?
I played, let me see, when I got drafted, that half season, then 2 full seasons with the Dodgers, 1 full season in AA with the Astros, and then halfway through AAA season.
You came up with Houston?
Yeah, that was my first big league team.
That's when they had the ugly brown. Bless you. Sorry.
That was hideous. That was gross.
Sorry. Okay,
I'll
that's
be right back. I got to go pour one.
Yeah.
Do it. Wait a minute. So wait. So wait. You came up with the Astros when they did the ugly brown uniforms? Was that when fucking Pettit went over there?
No, it was before Pettit went there, like 04. Yeah.
Oh, when did Pettit go over there?
I was in San Francisco in 04. It was 04.
Yeah.
You all right there, buddy?
I don't know. I think Chris Sale was farting.
Your first manager there, Larry Durker. He's another kind of old school guy, right?
Larry Durker.
Very much so. Very much so.
Sorry, Jesus. All right. Wait a minute. So wait. Did you not come up with? What about painting the balls on the bull?
That was with Houston.
Yeah. So you had to use that brown color on the bull's balls?
No, it was brick red, man.
Yeah, that weird brick color.
Yeah. Red. Not gonna repaint it black.
That's unbelievable.
Statue,
you know, it's a good thing you didn't have like that tequila
Pinstripe.
sunrise.
Two pinstripes like our home
You
union.
would have had a fucking done each ball like very, very, very nicely. That's still one of my favorite things ever. Is
that horse?
I mean, was it a horse or a bull?
It's a horse.
It's a horse. So you have to paint the testicles.
The bull's in New York.
Oh, the bull is in New York. You're right. Yeah. The testicle painting of the horse is one of my favorite stories.
That is one of the good ones right there. Because some of the poor saps who've gotten caught on that, they actually fake a whole arrest for them in the clubhouse.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I've heard that story before, man. It's like, golly, could you imagine being one of those guys?
So they didn't do that to you?
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
What happened? Oh,
replay.
1-0. I mean, this is.
It's about ready to be 4-0.
Hey, we got our old-fashioned pitchers duel finally.
I like that Bochy went out and just yanked Chapman like in a hurry.
Yeah,
he just went out there with the quickness, like fuck this, I'm not letting this guy blow this. Like
Bochy's so good at managing pitching staff, man.
I love it.
Is this for all the
I do too.
MVP
Dan.
at that?
Oh, dude, he's locked in. He's got 3 home runs in this series, big ones too.
He's going to wind up being what, just the 5th guy. I mean,
check his bat out right now.
If they win this game, if Texas wins this game, Corey Seager has to be the MVP, right?
Wayne, you got it. Yes, 100%.
If he puts this away right here, yeah.
Yeah,
his average ain't
I
that
mean,
great
if
this
he
year,
gets this
but-
done, it's over. If he gets this done, it's over.
Wayne,
This is the
you see what I'm
entire
talking
World
about
Series
his
right
bat?
here. Ooh.
What's that?
His bat?
Oh,
Watch
he's
his
got
bat.
it marked. He's got it marked. Yeah.
Well, no, that's from the bat weight being around it. He's had that bat for damn near all year, I bet.
Oh,
looking around the top, right below the.
Around the top.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Absolutely.
He's
Holy
had
shit.
that bat damn near all year for that to be like that.
That's some good old American ash.
That's some good wood right there.
There it
That's
is.
some good hitting too.
Not that garbage fucking maple
That right there
crap.
is good. That right there
That is
good.
maple, dude. That is maple.
Is that maple?
Hey, I learned something about maple and birch. They say if it's under 74 degrees, use birch. If it's over 74 degrees, use maple.
Really? The humidity and temperature, ambient temperature affects the wood?
Yeah.
Wow.
The moisture.
But what about keeping balls in a fucking humidor?
I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense. In this day and age, man, it makes everything play a little more true.
Yeah.
Even
But that's, I mean,
right.
Seager's been using his bat for a while, though. That's
He's
not
had
a.
that bat for. He's had that bat.
That's not a new bat. No, it's not a new bat.
Dude, that guy is locked in. Sorry,
Telling you, boning a bat is underrated.
I believe, and I'm not positive, but I do believe that if Seager does win MVP, he would be the 5th guy in history to win World Series MVP in both leagues. I think Reggie did it.
I think it's. I think he'll be the second.
Well, I know Reggie did.
Position player.
Rocco looked it up.
Second position player
Yeah,
total.
we looked it up. It was Reggie was the only one.
He was the only one?
But
So
I
he'll
don't
be
think-
the second. Wow. All right.
I don't think it's in both leagues. I think it's in just total.
Just 2 teams.
The
Yeah.
second.
2 teams.
He'll only be the.
Oh, yeah,
second
because Reggie. Yeah, no, you're right. Reggie was with Oakland and then
Oakland, Angels.
So this would be the first time
and the Yankees.
This would
Second
be
Yeah,
the
you're right.
player
You're right.
the first guy to do it in each league. Then, if it happens.
So he'd be the first to do it in each league. That's big.
Wow.
And only the second position player to do it twice.
Really?
Yeah,
Who else was an MVP twice?
Jackson.
Well,
And,
no.
the
That's
rest of them
it?
are pitchers.
Only
The rest
Reggie?
of them- the rest of them-
No, Jeter didn't do it. Like
The rest are pitchers.
Mariano. Oh, did Mariano do it?
Gibson and Sandy Koufax, I think.
Koufax. Well, that makes sense. Mo never did it?
He did it once.
Well, no, Mo didn't get twice?
Nope.
I just
I
figured
think
the
it
law
was
of averages there.
Koufax, Gibson, and Reggie are the only ones.
Oh,
some
Gibson.
freaking
Okay.
people, though.
I think Mo did it against the Mets.
He did, right? 2000?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Nasty.
Glendon's team. Glendon was on the 2000 Mets.
Oh, yeah. So that's why he bailed.
that was two filthy pitches in that sequence right there.
I like this kid Ginkel, man.
Oh,
this
he's
kid is
dirty,
like,
man.
he's just a big, giant
That was a nice
horse. Was that right? Damn, that was a great pitch.
Man, the
Yeah.
bottom falls out of that thing.
Look at that.
Well, you know
Look
what?
at holy shit.
The
Look at the
pitch
torque.
before is what
A
Is
lot
that,
of torque.
what is that, a sinker?
No, it's a
That
slider,
was a
man.
slider, but the pitch before was a nasty sinker going the other way. Again,
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
That two pitch
Oh,
sequence
the
was
bottom
outstanding.
just drops out.
But look at that thing. I tell you right now, a little duck fart scores too, though. Watch out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
This dude is amped right now.
Yeah, he is. He's ready to hit one about 4.
Oh my God! Was that a little two-seamer?
Mhm.
That's nasty.
That's filthy.
Oh, you can't hit that.
It looks like a left-handed slider. at
Give him the
round
high
6.
cheese, Giggle. Give him the heater, Rick.
Give him the heater, Ricky.
Watch him backdoor with 2 strikes. He'll backdoor that sinker. I'm looking in now. He's going backdoor that.
No, he went after him, but yeah, now I think you're right. Now I think he will.
I think
That's what that's what I would call. I mean, you got to get that sinker or even that slider, man. At 1 and 2.
Yep.
Give him that slider. Just give him that slider on the outside edge.
That's going to be the
Boom!
pitch.
There it is. All right, he just missed it.
It was a good pitch.
Yeah, and now he's going backdoor the
miss.
sinker.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I would have called. But I mean,
He wants to put it on his hands.
I tie him up. Tie him up. What do you think about that? Let's say I was your catcher. If I was your catcher and I want you to tie up his hands, what would you do?
Backdoor sinker.
I go cheese inside. Oh, and that's what he gave him.
Jammed him.
Yeah, it's exactly the right pitch. It's exactly the right pitch.
He wanted to get in
Right
there.
in his hands.
That
When
was
I saw him
exactly the
shaking his hand- when I
pitch.
saw
Just
him
get
shaking
in
his
on
hand
him
every
and
time,
He should have been sitting on that. That was a bad at bat.
he hit it off his fists.
That was a hit pitch.
because that's exactly the pitch you throw. Get up on his hands.
Yeah, that's a hittable pitch. That wasn't
I
that
agree.
great.
Good
Well-
sequencing, and good execution.
Like a Derek Jeter
Yeah,
right there.
he made his pitch. He made that pitch. That's huge. That could be the game. If they can get a run or two here, that's the game.
That was a
That
terrible.
at bat.
That was a crappy swing. That was a crappy swing.
God, I hate Jennifer Garner. If anybody's watching, I hate Jennifer Garner. Just let it be known.
For what?
All right. I can't stand her. I just can't stand her. I never liked her.
What
I never liked her.
What about Jim Gaffigan? I have a Jim Gaffigan commercial. You guys ever watch his?
Oh,
he's
now I
awesome.
have Jim Gaffigan.
Gaffigan's pretty good, man. He's-
I like him.
I've mistakenly seen him in a comedy club in New York, and he was funny, but I'm not a big Walmart Jim Gaffigan guy.
Yeah.
But
That's all
he
I'm
plays
saying.
the good straight guy, right? He's got no cursing. He's very clean.
Yeah.
He's very family oriented,
Yeah.
and that's his thing. He doesn't,
he's funny.
as comedians say, he doesn't go blue.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah. But,
I get it.
but that's a terrible fucking commercial. Also, if I have to see another goddamn titanium iPhone commercial,
We're judging commercials now.
Yeah, they're pushing that a lot.
I'm getting one of the sledgehammers out of the garage, and that's it.
I gotta
give
ask
up.
this question. Dan, is that a Dominican Winter League hat you're wearing?
No, actually, this is
That looks like because I used to play for Los Aguilas.
Aguilas
That hat
Cibaeñas.
looks just like
yeah.
it.
Looks
Doesn't
like
that hat look like it?
Aguilas Cibaeñas, yeah.
Aguilas Cibaeña.
I saw it. I'm like, man, is that an Aguilas hat? That's the coolest hat ever.
This is a St. Augustine High School hat.
Wow, that's really close to that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I love the Aguilas hat with the black.
Doesn't that look
like
black and the yellow?
The black
It
and the
looks
yellow
like
is a
black
nice
and
hat.
the yellow.
That is a nice hat.
That's a good looking hat, man. I was an Aguila.
Oh, were you too?
Yeah.
My
I was
dad was
also
an
an Aguila in Zulia in Venezuela.
Venezuela.
I love
Aguila in 2 different countries.
Oh, I
my
played
dad,
for.
my dad was in Aguila in DR.
Yes,
Nice. I played with
Did you?
Cibaeñas as well. That's where I
Yes,
met
sir.
Tejada. Tejada was
Love
a player
that place. Loved them.
Yeah,
Those
that place
fans
was
were
awesome.
Yes,
That
sir.
was
What years were you guys down there in DR?
I was 99, 2000.
Oh, okay.
I was I always came as a reinforcement player to the Dominican Republic after leaving Puerto Rico, playing in Puerto Rico. And I want to say it was like 05, 06, 07-ish, right in that area. But I also did the Puerto Rican Dominican All-Star game for winter ball. I did that 3 years too, which was a lot of fun.
My dad was coaching and I was there training at the time with La Romana when they were the Azucareros back then.
Oh,
Championship, which was 96, maybe 95.
Probably. Because when I was there, La Romana had come out of the league. I think there was a hurricane that hit there or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they were out of the league for a couple of years.
Yep. So.
I played for Águilas and Estrellas.
Oh, okay.
2 teams I played for in DR.
Oh, when I was there, we were so stacked.
Well, that team,
it was
always
sick.
jacked.
I'm just coming out of Double-A, and Tony Pena wanted me to come play there because he was with the Astros, and I think that's when I was there while I got put on the 40-man, and Tony was taking care of me big time, man. He would put me in the right spots, but dude,
who was managing that team?
we were so friggin' Tony Pena was the manager.
Pena was actually managing.
He was so good. We had Tejada and we had Tony Batista at third, and then the rock star himself, Luis Polonia, would come and play.
Luis Polonia!
It was over.
Did he get lost?
Wait,
dude,
let me ask you about
rock star, man.
Tony Batista's first pitch ritual, pitch of the game. Right? How crazy was that?
Just nuts.
You guys know about this or no?
No.
So Tony Batista was a third baseman, and as a pitcher, you had to make sure you didn't throw anything that could possibly get hit to third base the first pitch of the game, because as the ball was being thrown towards home plate, Tony Batista would look up in the air and raise his glove up in the air, and like he was praising God or something. I don't know exactly what was going on. But as the ball was being delivered to home plate, that's what he was doing. Every first pitch of every game that he played defensively.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So you had to.
I can't believe I never heard that.
Make sure somebody didn't pull the fucking ball out on your first pitch.
As a pitcher, you got to make sure you're staying away from that right.
Stay outside. Stay outside.
But and our boy Bill was catching Alberto Castillo.
Alberto Bambino.
That dude, that's a bazooka back there.
Dude, he was
an absolute bazooka.
Awesome catcher.
Never stealing that guy. He's going to throw you out.
I liked him a lot on the Mets.
Machete.
He should have played a long time. He should have been in the big leagues a while.
Yeah.
I agree. As a backup, he should have been the backup somewhere forever.
I think as a manager too, he might have made it because he was smart.
Yeah.
I
think he still works in the organization. I want to say he might still be a Met, although things have changed with the down in the DR in their academy.
At their academy, probably.
Yeah.
Smart dude right there, man.
Yeah. I got lucky. I got to throw to him in A-ball, Double-A, Triple-A, the big leagues. So he was my guy.
How many years did you guys play winter ball overall?
Oh, I played like 4 more in Venezuela.
I played 3 in Venezuela, 7 in Puerto Rico. So, 10 or 11 years total in winter ball. But I did it a lot later on in my career when I was playing. I was no longer in the big leagues, and I was playing like independent baseball or playing in Taiwan and that during the summer. And then I would go play winter ball, and I would actually make a good amount. I would make more money playing winter ball than I did playing in independent leagues and that. So I look forward to winter ball every year.
Oh yeah.
I played 7 straight years in Puerto Rico.
Some great
winters
baseball.
in a row.
It's a lot of fun. It's
just great baseball.
I love great. The game is just awesome. The speed of it, the environment, everything. I tell everybody you got to get down to the Caribbean and play winter ball if you can.
I tell you what.
If
you ever, I think that
100%.
all organizations should send all of their top prospects at some point in time and spend a winter down there, so you can get
that's big league baseball
feel of what it's like one, to play in a crazy atmosphere, where it's a playoff type atmosphere on certain nights, and that, and also understand what it's like for the young Latin players that you're going to be playing with at the big league level, and that for them to come over to try to ingrain themselves into a culture and know what it's like to not be able to possibly speak the language, be able to get food, be able to get drink, whatever it may be. I think it's something that organizations should do with all their American players is send them for a winter. I think it's a great idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I wish they did more of it.
Yeah, I think they should.
It's almost like they're holding back on it. There, a lot of guys don't want. I mean, obviously now with the way these players are getting paid and just a different mindset. Period.
Yeah,
they don't want to. They don't feel that they need to go down there and learn anymore, or
they know it all already anyway.
Yeah, you should be in our text. You should be in our text thread.
I'm telling you, trust me. Dan's one of us here. So,
yeah.
Listen, I'm going to take a whiz. I'm going to leave you with Rob Manfred, so you guys continue. But I'll leave Manfred to watch over you.
I don't sugarcoat it with any of my guys that I represent. I just tell it like it is and be like, look, I just feel that if I don't, I'm doing them a disservice, because it's just there's a lot that they don't know. They think they do, but they really don't. And we're missing out on a lot of that. I see the kids today. They're just not. They're not.
They don't know what they don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
But the thing is the people that are inside of these organizations and all that, they don't know because they didn't experience. When we came through, the people that were running organizations and the people that were our coaches and that were all guys that have been through it and learned. And if they hadn't been through it for 10, 15 years, they played long enough and at a high enough level that they played with guys that played for 10, 15, 20 years. They can pass on the knowledge and pass on the experience.
That's the word. That is the word.
That's just not the case anymore. Who's teaching these guys how to really play the game of baseball? Guys that are sales reps the year before, or video consultant, and now he's your pitching coach. This guy doesn't know his ass from his elbow when it comes to pitching and what it's like to stand out there with 40,000 people yelling and screaming at you. Guy's got no fucking clue.
Got none. It's sad to see when my guys call me and they'll ask me my opinion. I'm pretty blunt with them. I'm like, just don't listen to these idiots. You need questions. I go, honestly, call me. I played for a while too, but call me. I go, you might want to call my dad or call one of
You've literally been in baseball your whole life.
Yeah. I go, call one of my coaches or one of the guys that train you that work with us, because they all played. They all have minor league, major league time. But I just don't. I can't deal with these guys teaching these young kids how to hit, and they don't even know how to hold a baseball bat. I say it all the time. It's infuriating to watch.
Yeah, it's frustrating. As a former player, it's very frustrating to see what we saw the other day with this guy Colin Murray. Not to throw anybody.
Oh, Colin Murray.
But
buddy,
if you have video, you used to work for the video room, and you also used to work for the sales department for tickets, and now you're a coach. That seems a little strange to me.
Very strange. Well, it's because they're all yes men. They're all yes men. They kiss ass.
But who do they answer to? They answer
to whoever is higher up that is also in the same boat. And it's probably
but they're not answering to the GM. They're answering. They're answering to the scientific research department. But by the way, best baseball commercial this year.
This one,
Ken Griffey Jr. and Jim Joyce.
And I do kind of love Griffey's wife at the end of the commercial.
Absolutely, right?
Being a little game for arguing
sassy with Jim Joyce. Yeah,
that's good.
Steps up to him. Look at that. Like she bows up on him.
That's good.
You just ruined the perfect game, you fucker.
Yeah,
hey, come on, you gotta like Jim Joyce. Apparently, look, he apologized. He knew he fucked up. Did you guys ever? With him behind the plate, how'd you guys deal with Jim Joyce? Was he all right?
I was fine as long as it wasn't Joe West.
Yeah, Joe West.
Was Joe West that bad?
I was pre-warned. I was pre-warned before I started my first start with Joe West behind the plate.
He's a pain in the ass.
I was pre-warned. Like, don't say anything. Don't look any crazy ways.
He's a pain in the ass.
Will fuck you. I was pre-warned.
Really?
My favorite umpire.
Who was your favorite umpire?
Frank Pulley.
Oh, McClellan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Tim McClellan?
Tim McClellan, the best.
Yeah.
McClellan was great.
Frank Pulley had a cool little, like his little strike call. He didn't get outside.
He did. He did that little tight one. I remember him.
Yeah. You have those guys do little jabs, and then you got to pull the chain a little bit. Yeah.
And then you got Joe West.
Joe was miserable. CB Buckner was one of my least favorite. I had him all through the minor leagues too.
Oh God, really? Oh, that's
made a 30-year major league career out of it.
God bless him.
Hey, good for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah, but he's still rated as like one of the bottom 3 umpires every year. CB Buckner.
Yes.
It seems like a nice guy, but he just sucks.
He's just not good.
It's amazing he's been around that long.
He's been around a long time, 30 plus years. Look at that bullet. Oh, dude, I got to remember, I'm like 10, 12 seconds ahead of you guys.
How'd you get back ahead of us?
Yeah, we all fucking went behind to.
I couldn't. I can't pause the freaking iPad.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna hit live then. Fuck you.
Speed up like 15 seconds. Can you just go forward?
There's no 15 seconds. I'm live. 1-0. Boom.
Next hitter up yet? Tell me when the next hitter's up.
Now 2-0.
Next hitter is.
I'm at 2-0 with Paul Sewald.
You're 2 pitches ahead of me.
No, I'm ahead of you. You see what happens?
I told you 15 seconds.
We're nearing the end of this. And not for nothing. I'm gonna say this.
Wait a minute. Did you guys see the first pitch right there?
Oh,
hold up.
I got ball one outside slider.
Yeah, they said sweeper.
I got Paul Young or Nate Lowe going the other way with his fat mustache guy.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Good job of being quiet.
The first pitch to Lowe.
As soon as you went ahead.
The first pitch to Lowe was a back.
No, fast forward. Just fast forward. No, we all went way behind because Will was here, but he's not here anymore.
I can't fast forward.
Just go to live.
That was a backdoor
iPad
to him, and they called it a sweeper.
Yeah.
No sweeping happened right there. How do you?
No, there was no sweeping. Oh shit, guys! Oh no!
Hey, Chris.
Oh no!
Stab him.
What the hell are you yelling at?
You'll see.
We don't need to see now.
What?
Back up 15 seconds, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause that shit.
Double play ball. Oh, it's through.
You guys. Are
my God!
Yeah, I told you.
That's a clincher. Oh no!
Yeah, I told you.
Oh my God!
Game over. Oh my God!
Oh.
Hey, does anybody see the irony right there? The ball snaked on the.
It did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it. Game over.
That's my wife's. Unfortunately, that's my wife's new favorite player. So she's gonna have to learn that these guys have growing pains.
Look,
that was brutal.
Watch a snake
that
on
was
body
brutal
right there. That ball snaked right on him.
I mean, he just lost the World Series for that's it.
Well, he didn't
lose it.
Yeah, bullshit. There's no way.
Vitaly, don't be calling him like a Buckner. They didn't
I
lose
like Alec Thomas.
People do that.
Wrong. It just shit happens. I understand. I'm not. That wasn't him, really. I mean,
that was his mistake. I mean, yeah, but
right.
he didn't lose.
If they don't score a run,
the series.
I like the kid as well. I think he's going to have a good career.
9 innings.
I know, but you can't go to the bottom of the ninth down 3.
Hey, you know what?
As opposed to down 1. I mean, you just can't.
Before the game, Derek Jeter said it the best on the pregame. He said, "This game is on Arizona's offense to win this."
Yeah. Well,
he was dead on. He was
Sewald. It's not like Sewald made a bad pitch either, but no. I mean, I didn't hear that with Jeter, but he's right. I mean, that's. Oh, that poor bastard! That poor bastard.
If you've ever been in,
I know. Believe me, I know. No, I know.
Short grass like that. If the ball has no bounce to it, it's
just rolling. I know. It will not. You don't know where it's going. I know.
And you know he's in a rush to try to make a throw there. He
Yeah,
wants to
I
get
mean,
that ball and wants to
don't
make a
get me
throw.
wrong. I feel bad for him. I like Alec Thomas. I think he's at a breakout. I
do
think
too.
he's going to be a solid player. That just sucks for him, man. That just sucks.
He doesn't feel good about that.
No, he's got to be the most miserable guy on earth right now.
Well, it's still that first run's beating them. It's not these.
Exactly. You got to score to win. You got to score to win.
I agree, but again, you go into the bottom of the ninth down 1-0. That's a little less deflating. Yeah,
right.
Your approach is.
You're right.
I mean that's screwed. It's. I feel bad.
But, hey, they're major league players, Chris. I mean, they should have a good mindset coming up the bat, no matter what.
Yeah, but you know what? They're major league players, but they're not fucking robots. They're not. I mean, it's not like Alec Thomas is a robot. You know he's feeling something.
That's what we're saying to you too. Like when they come up to the plate with their mindset, they're going to be different mindsets.
Yeah, and I hope he comes up pissed. I don't know if he's coming up next inning, but
usually that's
at the very least, I'll be very happy that Bruce Bochy won another World Series. I think that's fair to say.
Man, this will be crazy for him to win this, though.
I mean, that'll be his fourth, and I mean,
well, it's something to be said for the old school manager. Seems
there is.
We get Dusty.
Oh
winning, and now
shit!
This year we get Bochy
That's
winning.
gone. That's it. That's gone. Game's over.
Seriously, dude. Rocco, mute him.
I don't have a mute button. You got to tone it down a little, Chris.
Yeah, I know, Chris. Be quiet.
How did I get that far ahead of you now?
Oh, yeah.
You went live.
I thought you guys did too. Yeah, I know. Oh God. Seawald just turned around. Seawald didn't even look. That's when you know it's bad.
He keeps showing those guys and those hitters all those games. Kind of some of their effectiveness is gone.
100%.
Well, I will say, Rocco, that this is going to actually be hysterical when we go to the dinner later this month with Lavello. How the fuck do you say his last name?
Lavello.
Yeah, but why? Because it's spelled Lavulo.
Right.
So Lavello.
I
All
think
right.
he got something fucked up at Ellis Island, misspelling it at Ellis Island or something.
That's it.
Italian is like the least silent language imaginable.
Hey, that's why I'm glad that you take the father's name. I didn't want to have to put my mom's maiden name on the back of my jersey. Hers is Bonifacino, man. I didn't want to put that on the back of my jersey.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, my mom's maiden name was way longer than anything. And so thank God it's no, it's like this crazy Armenian like System of a Down name. So,
System of a Down. There you go.
Oops.
Oh, that's it. I mean that's it. That's
wow, what a swing. Dude, he was on top of that ball.
He was sitting fastball, wasn't he?
That's basically the exact same spot that he threw the ball to Seager.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right. Same spot. You're right. Good call.
I mean, Seawald really pitched to his fucking barrel. That's not good.
Wow, he called that a strike?
I think he wants to get out of there.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, it's time to go. We got to get to the bottom half.
Yeah, let's just get this over with at this point. We got dinner reservations.
Well,
but no, Rocco, as I was saying, was, I think it's going to be actually interesting. The dinner that we go to on the 30th, the Italian American Baseball Federation dinner, mind you. Yeah. They're inducting, what is it? Fucking Chris Mad Dog Russo and Torey Lavello. And Torey Lavello. So that should be interesting. Should be a nice little drama there. 30th, right?
Of this month?
Yeah.
Yeah, November 30th up in the Bronx.
Where's my invite?
You want to go? Come. You got to buy your own fucking ticket. They jacked the prices up to $300 a ticket. El Tiante. That's as Italian as it gets. El Tiante.
There you go.
Il Tiante.
Yes, Il.
I grew up knowing nothing but Italian.
Dan, you can come. No. It's funny. I asked my buddy Shear too. I was like, "Are you going to this?" He's like, "I don't think I can. I don't know." I was like, "Well, no." So I'm like, "Here's the date." He's like, "Oh, I can go." So I'm like, "You work for the Yes Network. They don't pay you to go." I was like, "They're sending fucking Aaron Boone they're sending fucking Michael K. And he's like, nope, they're not sending me. I'm not paying him. I'm not paying $300 for him to go.
Hey, this could be the most impressive playoff run ever. I mean, they are going to be 11-0 on the road.
That's what I was just going to say. They are undefeated as shit.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I said it first. That's why I said it first.
Yeah, you did good, Wayne.
Hey, not for nothing, but Wayne said in the text group a couple of days ago that Semien needed to pick it up, and ever since then,
he's been on fire, man.
Yeah.
Wayne has been on a heater.
That's the head coach being a head coach, man.
He's locked in. He's a head coach.
Head coach being a head coach.
He's not a manager. You're not a manager by any means. You're a head coach.
Right, baby.
You have to be referred to as coach, right? What do you tell your boys? What do you tell your
When I was a pitching coach, I made my college players call me by my name. Now they
let them call you coach.
Now they're gonna have to call me coach, being a head coach.
If you're a head coach, you got to be coach. You just have to.
It's coach. They can call me coach, dickhead, coach, asshole,
fucking
like
amateur.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If they call me coach, I haven't really. You can infer. I don't know. Connected myself to that name yet. I do like when they call me Wayne. I don't know why.
Because that's your name.
What did you go by? I mean, you had a nickname.
Gary.
What was your nickname?
Yeah, I just went by Wayne. Whatever they came up with.
I can see. I mean, Wayne.
Whatever they came up with. Well, that's. I mean, Wayno is like the Gretzky Wayne.
Yeah.
Which Adam Wainwright is Wayno.
There you go.
Right. Yeah, but look, I like Adam Wainwright,
baby, just to be different.
Oh my God! Somebody did that. Somebody did that. Now that you say that,
Jerry
I would have went with Frankie, baby.
Somebody did that. You know who might have been? Might have been. Oh man. I'll remember it in a second.
My first nickname wasn't actually Pulse. My first nickname was
Purse.
Clint Hurdle gave it to me. Purse, exactly. With chops.
Hey, Purse.
I had these mutton chop sideburns when I first.
You did have a solid
bro.
Sideburn goatee combination.
It's funny.
He's from near Baltimore, man. Good Brady Anderson.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. But there was a question in the other podcast I do. The guy was talking about the Generation K poster. And I haven't seen this poster in 30 years or whatever. And the question was, rating 1 through 10, what do you rate your goatee in that poster? And I said, to be honest with you, I haven't seen it probably in 30 years, but knowing me and the amount of time that I spent in the mirror obsessing about it, I'm going to say it was probably an 11. It was probably an 11 out of 10.
It was a solid fucking goatee, man. It was sharp.
I was into it.
You had the sharp edges. Ooh, that was a nasty pitch by fucking Sabaro.
Oh, I know who it is. John Vanderwall. Who used to say that, Bill?
John Vanderwall.
I like Frankie Baby.
He used to call everybody else little bitch.
So Frankie Baby is
really
little bitch.
He said, "What's up, you little bitch?" That's what he'd say all the time. "What's up, you little bitch?"
That's a weird thing to do.
Glendon will tell you.
John Vanderwall just called everybody a bitch.
It's so funny though. It's just that's really what's up, you little bitches?
This poor funny. Kid.
Hey, Perdomo, what a good player he is, huh?
Yeah, man. He's played a hell of a
He better get on base.
He and Marte. Goodness gracious, those two.
I like Kettle Marte, man. I always like
that.
Yeah, me too.
He can play, man. He can play.
I thought the Yankees should have fucking traded Gleyber Torres as a kid for Kettle Marte, honestly.
They've been trading Gleyber
Somebody's
Torres
asking to come in, Chris.
last 7 or 8 years now.
No, they refuse to trade fucking Gleyber Torres. That's the problem. They refuse to trade Gleyber Torres, and he needs to go. He needs to go.
Chris.
Are we getting Yankees? Are we going to bitch about the Yankees? I've sat here for 3 hours. Can I finally bitch about the Yankees?
No, you can't yet. Right. You got to wait.
And I'm out.
Chris, I got a message here for you.
Oh, no.
Somebody said, tell that Guido to let me in.
Tell who to let him in?
The Guido. That's you, man. That's Will.
Oh.
He wants in.
Oh. Really? Rocco's name is literally Rocco.
Look at that.
And I'm a Guido.
Hey,
Really?
hey, Will, he goes, who's
Bob Wickman.
There he
Bob
is.
Wickman. Easy.
Bob Wickman? How many years you got?
I got 3.5.
You got this many.
How did the barbecue go, Will?
Oh, it was I was heating up the barbecue grill. It was fun. The bratwursts were excellent.
The grilling.
Chili is
Oh,
amazing
see,
as
that's what I
always.
mean. You made brats. That's wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
God, he just P2'd.
I see
Yeah,
you still have the coach.
Did I miss
The
anything
coach
the last couple
500
innings?
behind you.
Yeah, I got Coach Premium and Jesse Gemstone bringing the house in.
Coach Premium.
Yeah, I got a catcher.
Well,
Did anything
have
happen
you?
in the last couple minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. Will, have you met Dan? Dan, Will.
Dan, what's up?
Will, how's it going? Nice to meet
Will,
you.
do you have any
It's
Louis
going
Tiant
good, man.
stories for Dan?
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
have
you
any
do.
Louis Tiant stories. I wish I was that fly because that man had the coolest windup in the history of the game.
Without question. Can't imitate that one, man.
Yeah, that was hard to imitate.
Absolutely not. You're born with that flow.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dan, did you try doing that shit ever?
I did.
Did it not work?
It's like Yogi
Actually,
Bear.
believe it or not, it did work. I wish I stuck with it. But
Oh yeah.
listen, growing up in Boston, seriously, the pressure of being his kid was brutal.
Oh my God.
So I said, look, I'm not going to pitch. I'm playing third base and outfield, and that's how I was recruited, and that was my career. But I look back, I'm like, shit, I wish I did pitch because I would try it once in a while, and it was actually pretty good. It was effective, but I just didn't like the pitch.
Shit, I would have made you. Like if I've been because like,
know.
dude, it's in the genes. You're gonna pitch, baby.
I look
See
back.
that?
And I'm like, shit, I wish I did.
Fuck. There it is.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh, I'm on a 30-second delay, so now
Never mind.
now I
Chris
know.
ahead of all of us. Chris
The
ahead of all.
Diamondbacks won. How
Chris
about
is ahead
that?
of
The
everybody.
Diamondbacks won.
We knew
Chris
Semmy
is
was
ahead
hitting
of
home run
everybody.
yesterday.
That was a nasty pitch. That was like Beltron level.
Let me get-
Not taking the bat off of your shoulder. That's terrible. How do you take that?
Because that's a ball. That's
Here's the
high.
last,
It's
here's
not
the
a
last
ball.
thing to bet on.
It's a ball.
Here's the last thing
How
to
is
bet
that a
on.
ball?
Did they go
That's
jump
up
in the pool?
and out.
Oh, beautiful.
There you go. That's over.
I like my good
That's the one
fellow,
they
my
went on.
paisan, Torey Lavello. God bless him. By the way.
My son's
Not
in the
for nothing.
background.
Can I
screaming,
actually
that's how
say
you
this?
win
Because
on a backdoor cement mixer.
Yeah, a horseshit hanging breakable ball.
See, man.
That's how we end the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't
I love it. I love it.
didn't
Kid knows
Beltron do
what's
the
up.
same goddamn thing?
but that one was over
No,
the
that
middle
was
of
a
the
sharp
dish, at
breaking
least.
ball, man. That was a nasty
Wainwright
pitch.
dropped a hammer on that one.
Oh,
I
please.
think
That
out there
okay.
just
That was a
after
better
that.
breaking ball? That's what you're telling me?
Oh, that's a question, Bill. How come Andy Chavez is never at those things with you guys?
He does
Yeah.
fantasy camp.
Okay,
He
I was
does
getting ready
fantasy
to say,
camp.
like,
he does.
that's another guy I
Probably
played
the
with.
greatest
because
catcher
he's
of all
not-
He
time,
hangs
to be
up on
honest.
the
Yes,
wall.
I
He doesn't
agree.
read-
Agreed. Greatest
Andy's there.
catcher.
I don't.
He
You know
doesn't
what?
read the height limit for that ride.
I think he might not be coming this year. He ended up getting let go. He was a coach in the organization. I think he might not be really happy about it. But he's usually there. Andy's there.
I was
Andy's a
gonna
great
say,
guy too, man. Andy's
Yes,
a great guy.
I loved him. I
Yeah,
loved him.
great dude.
Andy's the only guy whose glove is bigger than him.
Yeah. Hey, great, quick Andy Chavez story, and then I'm gonna have to go. I played in Venezuela for numerous years, and obviously Hugo
played on the big
Chavez.
team.
Hugo Chavez
Yes,
was
I know what you're gonna say.
the dictator, quote unquote. And the crowd, he played for Magianas, and
That's what I
Magianas
played for.
Caracas is like Yankees, Red Sox.
Red Sox, yeah.
And it's 20,000 people in this 20,000 seat stadium, and the crowd, when he would come up, they would chant NDC Chavez no, NDC Chavez no, and I thought it was the coolest freaking thing to hear
Wow.
20,000 people doing
They
that
did
chant.
not
That's
like
pretty cool.
Hugo.
It was awesome.
Not like what years were you there, Bill?
The first year I went there was 04, 05.
I was there. I was there.
I played for Tiburones de la Guaira.
I played for Magallanes
Sharks.
every year.
Yep.
Like,
I
why?
was
played for
Magallanes
Magianas?
every year. Yep, every year.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, but I thought it was insane to hear 20, and that was at the time down there. They actually canceled the season during the 04-05 No, excuse me, 03, 04 season.
Yes, they did.
Because of the unrest.
Yes,
and,
they did.
The hotel that we were staying at, the Grand Meliá in Caracas.
Oh, what a hotel that is!
It's awesome.
Yeah,
and they got it got stormed, and they had armed guards.
Nice hair,
it got
Chris.
stormed because Gaviria, who was supposed to be a go-between, negotiating with the government, was staying at that hotel. So the people of Caracas actually stormed towards the hotel, and we were on the phone with the embassy trying to see, do we need to get out of the country?
Yeah,
and
that's
they
crazy.
ended up canceling the league and sending us all home.
That is awesome.
Crazy shit.
Will, sorry, guys. I'm actually thinking about this. It's okay. November 1st. That's enough baseball for me for 1 year. But holy shit,
it's over.
It's over.
I know it sucks.
Chris,
it
man, what'd you do?
When it's over.
What'd you do, Chris? You come out here with a firecracker or what?
No,
dude. No, man. No, my barber around here in the desert has fucking Parkinson's now. Seriously, it like he started like doing this, and so it's like I have like a big hole here, so I just stopped caring. But holy shit, dude, that was a hell of a baseball season. Oh, dude, I didn't shower today. I'm in sweat clothes. We talked about that.
Exactly. Go to the grocery store.
Non-filtered, no underwear, man, aren't you?
No. I got some shit in between. I got my.
Rocco, how do you even work with this guy?
Hey, I've known him. We're going on about 35
40
years.
We've known each other for more than that long.
Okay, then
40
Rocco,
years.
Is that hair color real? Is that hair color his?
Rocco, when was the first time we played together? Seriously, Rocco, when was the first time we played together? We were 8.
1984. We were teammates in Little League, and we've known each other ever since.
Wow.
I think it was even before, wasn't it?
Awesome.
Like, weren't we 8 when we scored?
I'm not in Peter League. I think Sport League.
You guys were wearing the Nate Lowe pants, man.
But no, dude, Rocco, dude, it's hilarious. Rocco and I played on the same. I think that was some weird collusion in Belleville Little League history because Lou Conti kept me and you together as a battery for like, I don't know, somehow like 5-6 years.
We talking about semi-pro right now? We talking about Little League? Get around the
No, we're talking about straight up Little League.
We're talking about Little League here.
Straight up Little League. But I mean, I think he kept us together for a long time.
For sure.
And then we won the championships. We got the satin jackets. It was lovely.
I love it. I love the satin jacket.
And here we are almost 40 years later doing this with you guys. So it's wonderful. It's great. It's great. It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
I want to hear more from Dan. I want to hear more from Dan.
Well, you just got here.
I know you were a little late.
What do you mean? I've been here the whole time.
Ask Dan a question.
Dan,
hey, Bill, God bless you.
Hey, good to meet you too,
Pass
Bill.
that story along to your father.
Pleasure. I definitely will.
Minor League Clubhouse. Listen to stories.
Absolutely.
Bill's leaving, so now it's just the rest of us fuckers, huh?
Yeah, baby. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Hey, Bill was a warrior. He put in a complete game.
That's right.
No, he didn't. He logged off on his 4F 7 times.
No, that was just to check your text you were sending while you were missing out, baby.
Hey, I text every one of them. I'll thumb up everything tomorrow.
All right, boys.
We're not doing another one tomorrow. Bill, thank you.
Adios.
I'm checking out
Take
too.
care, guys.
See you, brother.
Meet you, Wayne.
No. Don't leave.
I gotta go.
All right.
Dan, man, you need to get him back on here.
Quit. Wayne quit.
I will. I'll definitely be in.
Rocco bailed. All of a sudden, Rocco bailed. Look, you're slapdick lefty.
Right away.
Chris, you make sure you send Dan a invitation next time.
Absolutely, man. Don't wait till the last minute, Vitaly.
Yeah.
We were doing, I don't know.
He called you out, brother. Yeah.
100%.
Send it.
Dan, I already like you. If the target is squarely on Vitaly, I like you already.
Fuck you.
You should see our late night calls when I go off on him. That's crazy.
No, dude, I love it. Yeah. There's nothing better than when you call me at 3 a.m, like driving home, yelling at me for
I have another
No
show
good
called
reason.
Offline. Do another show called Offline.
Need to call you out, brother.
Yes, the 2 a.m. the insomnia version.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah, no.
Luckily,
it's
Dan
2
doesn't
it's
sleep
2 a.m.
either,
I
so it's
can't
good.
sleep. I'm getting text messages from him going, "Check out this bass line. This is amazing."
I don't
It's like,
sleep.
look,
Well,
here's this Norwegian fiddle that I bought.
where'd
I'm on the
Wade
East
go?
Coast.
Didn't he do?
He
Yeah,
quit. Like a
All right,
smart
so
person.
You're
I don't know.
messaging me at 3, 4 in the morning.
All
It's
I hear is
East
that
Coast.
the slapdick lefty has a question for Dan. So go ahead.
So, Dan, legit question: what was it like for you? Legitimately, how old were you until you moved away from Boston? Like, or how late, or how old were you when your dad stopped playing?
My dad stopped in, what was it, 82?
82 with Pittsburgh.
82. No, Anaheim. Angels. Angels was the last team.
I thought Pittsburgh was the last one. No?
Angels. He was there. He came in at the end. They were making a playoff run. That's when he reunited with Lynn.
Oh, that's
Carew,
right. Yeah.
and Jackson. So I was around 8 or 9 years old when he retired.
So
he did one more year in Mexico.
You definitely remember it.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I remember quite a bit of it. I remember him when he was with the Yankees. I remember a little bit with the Red Sox. I was younger at the time, but
I love that you hate that he was with the Yankees.
I don't hate it.
Favorite? Yeah, you do. You always fucking send me a horrible message. Fucking Yankees. I sent you a message.
Just because it's
picture
you.
from the Negro League Hall of Fame.
Just because it's
and the only thing you bitched about, mind you,
it's
was
only
Dan, I like you more and more.
They had to put it with the Yankees.
Because it's you. That's it.
I know.
I don't mind the Yankees. I actually like the Yankees.
I know.
You saw me. I had a Yankee hat the other day.
Look at Mad Dog.
So yeah, I was
By the
around
way,
9.
I turned it off.
I remember quite a bit.
Look at Mad Dog.
Okay.
He looks,
But,
not for nothing, he doesn't look so hot.
It's a pretty cool experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
My kids were only, I think, I want to say, let's see, my last year. My kids were like between 5 and 6, so they don't really remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I got pictures of them in front of all the yard and at all the family days and stuff, but they don't really remember it.
Right,
It's
right,
kind of a
right.
bummer. I thought I was going to get to play a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's
So
yeah.
you said it was
It's
tough.
funny you say that because what's that?
You said it was tough growing up, though. Kind of
On
the pressure
Boston, you
carrying the
kidding
day.
me? Boston was ruthless, man, when it came to him because I mean,
Boston's
fans are
ruthless to begin with.
Boston fans are ruthless. I mean, they are knowledgeable. They know the game, but the pressure they have on those guys, and it extends to the family. If the family, like in my case, I played ball, so it's like the constant comparisons, and you're not your dad, and
That's got to be the hardest thing ever. Is just it's just like his last name's Tion. He should be.
It was, but you just
that can't be easy. That can't be easy.
You learn to brush it off. I mean, honestly, I had a great teacher, and my dad really just would talk to me and be like, dude, just fuck those people and just do your thing and play. And that's exactly what I did. It would affect me a lot at first, but as I started getting older and getting to high school, I was just like, I'm just doing my thing, and it was. I'd get into it with people. I'm like, dude, he's a pitcher. I'm an outfielder. Like, you can't compare.
It's a different animal.
Not being stupid, and that was it.
I get that sometimes, or my son, dealing with my son now because he's a senior in high school, and he's going to be. My guess is
he'll play at Yale. I mean, is that what's happening? Like,
yeah, he's going to Yale.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
Is he going to pitch at Yale?
He's gonna play both ways, actually.
Oh, that's unbelievable. That's great.
So I mean, but he's already doing stuff that's like way beyond what I could ever do at the high school level. But he and another kid that are really good buddies. This other kid, his dad is heavily involved in the game as well. And I was like, both of you, I coached him for a couple of summers, and I was like, both of you have this really hard but really cool task ahead of you.
Right.
To make the name on the back of your jersey your name instead of your dad.
Right.
And it's difficult,
Right.
But it's also going to strengthen you a lot too.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a
Like
doubt.
that mental fortitude that you've got to, like, you don't have to one up the dad. It's just you have to make it your own. And as soon as you kind of take ownership of that, you know, because it's tough just being a teenager anyway, but let alone if your dad's already in the game.
Yep. Exactly.
So,
That's what I started to learn to do is instead of just dealing with that pressure, it's just like, you know, I'm not going to be you and I'm not going to try to be better than you. I'm just going to be me and do what I got to do. And look, if I'm better than you, great. If I'm not, but, you know, just get to the opportunity where I'm going to be. And I started to realize it too in college, you know, in taking a course called Sports and Society. And we were talking about numbers and just, you know, the percentages of playing at every level, you know, playing in D1, playing in the minors. And then once you start seeing how small that number is, you're like, all right, this puts it in perspective that I did something that only 4%, 5% of the world could do.
right.
You know.
Yeah, when you get into the granular math on it,
yeah,
it's amazing.
It really is.
I do that all the time. I'm like, okay, high school, there's 600,000 kids that are playing. 10% of those are going to get to go to college. So now you're down to 60,000. And then 10% of those ever get to put on the pro uniform.
Yep.
And then roughly 12% of those have the chance to even get a day.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you realize, and then you do the math on, okay, at any given point, there's, you know, when it was a 25-man roster, it was 750 guys, but now it's 800. Okay, there's 800 people on the planet that are active.
That's fucking believable.
It is, and
on the planet.
On the planet, and it
and
really
then when you do that math and you actually realize just how lucky you were, you know, I regret not being as awestruck of what I got to be around and being appreciative of it because I was so busy just trying to claw and scrape to stay there.
Right.
Not for nothing, Will, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you do know the best of the fart game from Greg Maddux, who's one of the best pitchers of all time. You learned quite a bit, sir.
Oh, I'm not saying I didn't learn anything. I'm just saying talent-wise, I was generally on every roster I was on. If you were to take my God-given talent, I was 23rd through 25th of the 25 guys. I mean, and it was always odd to me just because I was the loogie, the lefty one out guy, going in to face Barry Bonds, David Ortiz, Adrian Gonzalez, Adam Dunn, Ken Griffey Jr. So I'm like,
oh, they're booing Manfred, by the way. Sorry, I just had to say that.
But it was always ironic to me that I was the least athletic guy facing the best dude on the other team.
It's crazy.
But nonetheless, yeah, I got to rub shoulders with guys who were far better than me, and I learned a ton, and I soaked it up like a sponge. But I don't know. I don't. Thank you, Chris. You completely shot my ADD brain right in the head. And I have no idea where I am.
He's good at that shit.
It's unbelievable.
No, I agree with you. You do. Once you start putting it in perspective, you're like, hey, you know, not too shabby. You know,
yeah. That's where I was saying, like the math of it. Like I would talk to guys like in the big leagues. I remember one, like a dude got shelled. I mean, he went 2 1/3, gave up 10. You know, he's looking over his shoulder like he's getting sent down the next day. And I looked at him, tried to give him a little pep talk. I go, do you realize that aside from you and me, there are only 748 other people that are even able to have this conversation right now?
Right.
I was like, do the math on that and don't walk off this bus feeling like a complete badass.
Right. That's exactly it.
I'm like, it's a special fraternity. And then even more so, it puts into perspective all this keyboard warrior stuff. That's my costume next year for Halloween, by the way.
Just the keyboard warrior?
Teagues with a keyboard.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Go down, just taking fools down.
I like this. I like this idea.
But you realize, like, these arguments that people have, and you go, where's your perspective?
Yeah.
Where's your perspective for this? I'm not saying everybody's a great guy. I'm not saying everybody, you know, paid attention to the game, but you go, you know, when you play at a high enough level, it's rarefied air.
Yep.
And then to be like, so how high did you get?
So I went to UCF, played at UCF, and then
Okay.
as a free agent, I went down to the DR. I was in the
Okay.
Dodgers Academy. I went down there for the DSL League. And I was going to come up to rookie, and that's when I got hurt. And I signed late, so for me, I was like, you know what? I started to look. My dad and I had a long talk, and he's like, "Look, there's the writing on the wall. You can stick it out if you want. You should be at this level right now. Well, this is how it is. It's tough." And I ended up just going back to school and got my degree, and just went my career is whatever else I did, which was strength and conditioning at the time. I was strength and conditioning coach.
Okay.
So now I'm an agent. But
okay,
I look back and I'm like, it was, you realize the level of talent that's out there. Am I going to say you're scraping for like that 23rd, 24th, 25th spot? Some people got it, some people don't. Some people want to stick through it, some don't. For me, it got to the point where I'm just going to go back to school, and again, get my degree and move forward. But, and I'll be honest with you, that I tell people this, but I think that was the proudest moment for my dad, was me walking, getting my diploma over anything else.
That's awesome.
He never really pushed baseball on me or my brother. He supported it, but he's like, look, I'd rather you go get a degree and go to college. And I was the first one in my family to graduate. So when I got to see him after the ceremony, I tell people this, that was the hardest, longest hug I ever got from him in my life.
That's very cool.
So I realized then, I was like, you know what, something important here, and it's important for me, it's important for him, and he was very proud of it, more than when I was playing ball. He was happier than that than when I got my playing. he was happier with that than
it's a very localized earthquake.
He's a mess. Than getting
no, it's fine.
So
sorry,
that's a very cool
my bad.
Story. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. I actually have to bail down, Dan.
Yeah, I gotta get moving too.
I definitely want to have you back on the show.
Oh, I'll be back on.
Awesome.
What about Chris Sale?
Chris will get me back
Chris
on.
Sale can come.
What about Chris Sale?
Take that half.
Vitaly, if you can actually remember this, based on what Dan just said,
yeah,
you got to bring up to all the guys' proudest moments in their careers.
I think that'll be a great one because I actually had written that down as well.
Because
like, what's the best?
More of them are going to be along the lines of what Dan just said.
Yeah, I agree.
And the realization of, hey, it's time to stop, or hey, this is when I belonged. And it's going to be some innocuous thing that isn't like a bunch of fanfare.
Right.
It's just going to be this thing. It's going to be something, and it's going to have a lot more gravitas to it, I bet.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. And actually, Will, it's funny. I mean, we were talking about, I mean, if we do this a little more regularly with, say 4 or 5 of us, I mean, I can manage 6 on a screen. Aside from that, I don't know if I could do more. But I mean, if there is one,
you can't even manage one right now.
Shut up. Fuck you, ass. But no, I mean, I was just gonna say something nice about you, Dan. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, give him the Wickman. Can you give him the Wickman? Yeah. Thank you. Or give him the Alfonseca. Here, how about the Alfonseca with the extra?
El Pulpo.
El Pulpo. Yeah, with his weird fucking finger. But no. I mean, I love to have Dan on with us. No, Dan, that's why I wanted to get in here.
High five. And here comes Fonseca, and guys would go.
With his weird finger.
Dude, man, he was the best. My dad coached him in La Romana.
Did he?
He was on that team that won the championship for him.
That's awesome.
Love football. He's a good dude, man.
Yes, he is.
Well, listen, look, Dan, obviously, and I wanted to bring you in because I wanted you to meet these guys, but yeah, I think, come on, anytime. We want to do this a little more the regular. So, come on.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know. Come on.
Shit, you want to bring your dad in and just talk? I mean, that's a whole fucking episode right there.
I'm sure he'll talk a lot about his.
Well,
lefty
none of us will
teammates.
get a fucking word in, but that's great.
All the lefty teammates he had, and who was a mess.
Oh, that'd be
and who wasn't.
amazing.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
see?
As long
You'd like
as
to-
long as we keep you below 80 proof, we're good.
I had like 5 beers. I'm good. I'm done. I don't want to fucking have any more. I'm good. But yeah.
But definitely do your hair with a firecracker again. I like that.
Oh, geez, I'll put my hat back on, but Chris Sale's wearing it.
All right, I got to take off, guys.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Dan,
And
nice to meet you.
anybody who possibly is watching this, you're a sick fuck.
That's great.
You really are. That's my out. You're a sick fuck. We'll see you next time. Southpaw. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Will. Thank you to the rest of those weirdos. We'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see you.
How do you stop this thing?